Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wayward Arcadium here on Nat20 Productions official on Twitch. Big thanks to Blue Suit for coming in with the raid. Everyone that came in, you picked a really awesome episode, a really interesting episode to jump in. And we hope if you like everything you see, check out the VOD. With that being said, let's introduce these amazing legends that you see before you, starting with Aubrey. Aubrey, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I am Aubrey. You can find me everywhere on the internet. I'm Cosplay, and I play Aurora, our local soft girl witch with the murderous familiar, Pebble, the Owl King, and we both use she, her pronouns.
Oh, God, Pebbles, that spiraled out so fast. Next up, let's say hello to Fee, rocking those awesome ears. Tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hi, everybody. My name is Fee, or Finny. You can find me under Finneman. My pronouns are they, them. Wow, my brain is so scrambly. What was the, who I play? Who I play? I play Hiro Kitsugane, your local, God, I can't even call him an F-boy anymore. That is like really sad and depressing. That is not the character development I wanted for him. I play your,
suck.
I know. I mean, he does.
You could be like a committed slut.
Or Casanova.
You know what?
I was just going to say slacker, but you know.
A bimbo.
He
Himbo.
is a he is a himbo. Oh my God, finally.
Himbology.
Anyways,
Himbology.
his pronouns are he, him, or I don't know, fuck this, fuck that. Everything is valid with him.
Those are interesting pronouns. I've never heard of that. But moving on, next up we have Aki. Aki, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I'm Aki. My pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Sarnai Ailtish Ma. Pronouns he, they. Your local sad boy, now a tired boy, now once dead, twice alive boy. One day I'll get it right. Summoner, wizard, fletchling, tiefling. Just wow, what a time. What a time.
What a special boy.
Episodes.
Things have happened. Things have happened.
Growth, it's just a lot of growth. Next up, Makai, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Bienvenue, Power Bottoms. It is your they, your them, your homie, your friend. Excuse the voice. I've had to do several child's birthday parties over the past couple of days, and it involves a lot of yelling. So we're here now. But we're gonna sling them heels and flirt with our friends. We're gonna see what happens. Or we're gonna fail the class. Hopefully not, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right, Dusty. Please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I am Dusty. I use they, he pronouns, right? Yes, I remember my things. and I am playing.
I mean, it's Pride Month. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. But I'm playing Aldwin Sanchez, baker of breads, slayer of math, all around just magus and the shit. I don't know what that last part means. My brain is going on autopilot. And they also use they, he pronouns.
Nice. Well, that just leaves a little old me. My name is PJ. I am the GM for Wayward Arcadium at Nat20 Productions official here on Twitch. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be playing everything in between. Let me give you the quick recap of what you missed in episode 18. If you haven't seen it yet or want to catch up on everything else, you can go to our YouTube, youtube.com/Nat20prods, or check out down below
prods.
there. Nat20 prods. That's right.
Nat20 prods.
Poke.
Yeah, and you can see all of our episodes in the archive. Anyway, so what you missed? Well, for the people that may not know from the Blue Suit Raid, we are in the School of the Arcana Miriam, set in the Galarian system of Pathfinder2e in the city of Absalom. This wonderful college of magic and adventuring, and what amazing school it is. Until 3 evil teachers infiltrated the academia and started a horrible operation called Teacher's Pet, designed to groom and train and create interest in students to join the Hell Knights and become demon slaying zealots. However, it went horribly bad on the very first day of school, and it kickstarted this nonstop cycle of just mass possessing kids with demons in hopes that the cream will rise to the top and the crop and all that crap. And it didn't work. It didn't work. It just became bad. So in desperation, these idiot Hell Knight teachers basically just caused an absolute rebellion in the middle of the quad. The students, just trying to get their education on, saw what was happening, remembered an ominous foretelling that there's danger in the quad, and they went and they fought the evil Hell Knights, all leading up to who was in charge of the evil Hell Knight plan? None other than the math teacher. That's right. I remember everyone's like, episode like 6 was like, well, but who is it? I don't know. I think it's this person. It could be the math. I don't know. So here we are, math teacher defeated after a very intense and hellacious battle. Hellacious being the right word, because once they defeated her, she was dragged to Asmodeus, a circle in the 9 hells below. But with that done, and Professor Marrow, the teacher from Geb, who may have to go on trial for a couple other things, there is 3 bits that the students must do on this, their final day of classes for the year. Number 1, they got to take their finals. They've survived so much. They have to see if they've actually passed this year. Number 2, well, you know, they all love Professor Marrow, and they have to make sure Marrow has a home and an asylum and a job. Otherwise, things could go very bad.
Health insurance.
Health insurance. I mean, he's a necromancer who's nothing but a skeleton. I hope he's good.
He needs at least dental.
Fair. Fair.
Full body dental.
Yeah.
I broke Dusty.
And the third and final
his mouth
thing,
bones as well as the rest of his bones.
it's like a hand, but for my face. It's and the third and final thing that they have to do is, well, you know, say goodbye to any NPCs or each other, and then go off for their vacation before they come back for the next scholastic endeavor. So, with that being said, welcome in for the last time of the season, Cooney Marmer's morning announcements. Good morning, you fucking legends, you! Look at you! You look amazing. You look golden like a bunch of glorious golden gods of some pantheon, and I cannot wait to bend the knee first in your church. That being said, what the hells have we just survived? You all have proved to me what it means to be a hero. Are you eating those books, or are you yeeting those books? Because your arms are looking mighty thick, and I know that brain is double the size. This is it, everyone. This is what you've all been waiting for. Final exams, and I get it. It's scary. It's weird. What are we going to do? You know what we're going to do? 2 feet on the ground, rock up, and ace those tests. I know you got it in you, you freaking legends, you. I love you. I see you, and you're going to do tremendous things. And as I've always ended these morning announcements, I want to wish you all luck, but mostly I want to remind you that we are a community, and you can't have a community without you and I in it. Why? Because teamwork, well, damn it, it makes the dream work. So until I see you going through this quad in a few months after this vacation, goodbye, everyone. And be the absolute freaking units and legends that I know you are. Everyone, I am the voice of choice, Cooney Marmer, taking your level 10 straight to an 11. OUTIM out! And as the morning announcement music fades, the quad is alive with the energy of final exams. There is some notably understandable confusion, hesitancy, as some of the bloodstains of demonic battles still plagues the flagstones of the quad. But what's more important is the task at hand, because what good is surviving a battle if you can't even enjoy the victory? Let's cover these finals. Now,
Let's not.
Yeah, we're not going to pass for defending a demonic invasion. Defending.
I say we all.
I feel
math,
like
at least.
I feel like Harry
We didn't
Potter
take math.
rules should apply, and therefore we should all just pass based on the
the
consensus that
merits.
we.
Yeah.
you know, we helped out. I would like
Mhm.
to appeal that,
Mhm.
and if that doesn't work, I would like to cheat on the
Look,
finals.
all I'm saying is that in the heat of battle, I brought up a bunch of dudes and led them to victory and kept them from dying. And if that will give me at least something from champion or medicine class, I'll sit here quietly and play the rest of the game. But I'll be very upset about it.
All right. Well, that being said, here's how this is going to work. I know I explained a little bit in the green room, but obviously I'm happy to explain again. We're going to do this on a D100 roll. You have to make 65 or above to pass. That's it. Well, what goes that D100? You get the skill bonus on your character sheet. I know we've leveled up a little bit, so if you haven't already had the chance, just add that +1 to your skills right now. Number 2, you're also going to add, well, you won't, I will, the unknown secret bonuses you've been accruing while going to class. I have it all written up. I know the bonuses. So you get to decide. Do you want to take your finals together or do you want to do it apart? Understandable. You may not have the same classes for finals. Like, for example, Aurora's got to go to fanfic club and pass fanfic club. And not everyone has taken fanfic club. So we can
I present my fan fiction on the Hell Knight boyfriends. The Hell Knight boyfriends.
Yes.
That is my final.
So, yeah.
For the sake that I want to see for at least one of the classes, if I can cheat to get a better grade, I think maybe separate would be better.
Separate. All right. Well, was everyone No, that's good. Noted. Separate. Does everyone else want to do separate? Do you want to do together? Or put this out there. Do you want to do your secondary curriculum apart and then do your primary ones, the ones that you've had to share classes with, together?
I think that makes sense.
That
sounds fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then why don't we start off with secondary curriculum, which you will only go to, let me phrase this, you will only be together in that if you have the same secondary curriculum with everyone else. So let's go with well, let's say what the primary curriculum is: necromancy, divination, and mandatory fighting instruction. So everything else is technically secondary. We have champion, fanfic, religion, medicine, summoning, enchantment, and alchemy.
I will do champion, but I will try to cheat.
Okay.
I haven't been to transmutation at all this year.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I gotta write that down. Okay. Hold on.
I need to come clean about that.
Yeah. For me and enchantment, technically I've gone like twice or thrice, but I've never like gone,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure my second class was religion, and they have never seen Hero once in that classroom.
There was like the one class you attended. What you stumbled into champions class for that amazing bit with Sarnai's dad, and then you basically transferred your credits to champion.
But I already transferred them from like. I already transferred them from like another class. Like I was supposed to take another class, and then Hero was like, haha, I don't want to go to that. And then he skipped that class by going to Champion's class, and then he decided to go with Champion. So he like technically has never once attended a class that he was supposed to attend.
Which is insane, because your entire MO was, I don't want to do that job. I want to do this harder job.
I can't believe that I actually made my non-threats come true, and he has just not attended any class.
It would have been easier if you just went to religion.
But
I believe so much in myself that I worship myself, and I am God, and I should just pass religion class. Thank you so much.
Well, okay, let's see how that works when you look Quentin Zealous in the eye, and he's like, no, bro, no.
That's so not righteous, bro.
That's not blessed, bro. Okay, so let's take it from the top then, since we're doing secondary things. Let's go with let's just get out of the way. Transmutation. I did some quick math. I gave you a bonus, basically the general study credit bonus, so you got that. Let's do transmutation, and then let's get enchantment out of the way as well for Aki. Fanfic out of the way for Aurora.
At least I've been there twice.
What's that?
At least I've been to that class before.
Yes.
Not many times, but I've been to it.
And on the topic of classes we've been to once or twice, let's take religion. For Makai.
Was I in religion? I thought I was in nature.
I will do religion.
It is religion.
I want to have that role play. Please.
I have religion as well. I've been there twice.
Okay.
I should probably look at my.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kept going to
my heritage
necromancy. How could I tell Morrow no? Look at him. Just a bag of bones.
All right. So, okay. So let's start off with Dusty in Transmutation, and Aurora in Fanfic, and Makai in Religion, and Aki in Enchantment, and Fee. Fee will put you, because here's the thing. Everyone has floating credits, or at least most of you have floating credits in case you took a class that you wasn't on your primary curriculum or whatever. Religion class, if you actually want to take religion, you have a very, very small number there. Or, Fee, you can use that small number as a floating credit to another class.
It was Arcana Zoology.
What if I just do really out of pocket and go to math class?
I don't think there
Now
is a
the
math
teacher
exam.
is in hell. Yeah,
Yes.
have fun with that.
Yes, now that the teacher's in hell, I can just be like, "Ayo, do I get extra credit because I put her there?"
X
Like,
equals
hang on.
666.
4 plus 4 equals hell.
You know what?
Anyways.
You know what? Knowing your vibe,
Oh my
I'm going to allow you to go to math class and take the final.
Yes.
I have a plan. I have a dumb plan. Let's do that. Okay.
Jesus.
So,
I'm gonna die.
so here's how we're going to do this. We are going to start our very first final. Forgotten Cuddlefish, could you please play the final exam song? Welcome to finals, everyone. Hello, my name is the Final Sprite. I'm here to help you with your finals. Very first thing we're going to do is please sit down. You're under constant surveillance and scrutiny. Please do not cheat. Any amount of cheating will be noticed by our divination and will be punished thoroughly and severely. Thank you so much. You have 3 hero points that you will have banked for the entirety of today. No, you can't get new ones, but you can use these 3 hero points at any time that you need to. And remember, you only need a 65 or higher to pass. Good luck, and may the gods find mercy on you. I won't. Bye.
All right.
That's. Who are you? Were you just there the entire time?
Yes, I'm the Final Sprite. Great to see you, everyone.
I feel like I should have met you before just now, Final Sprite, but all right, fair.
So, that being said, we have math with Fee, we have transmutation with Dusty, we have fanfic with Aurora. Spelling it wrong, there we go. And we have enchantment with Aki. So, and Makai in religion class. So, let's.
Take religion class.
You didn't? I thought you did.
No, religion was not.
It was me.
Class.
Oh, it's you. You took medicine, right, Makai?
Yeah.
Thank
I took,
you.
I also took
medicine,
medicine.
champion, and Arcana Zoology.
Okay.
That was
put
Arcana
our-
Zoology, medicine, and fanfic.
All right, everyone, let's roll that D100. Remember, roll the D100. You're going to add the stat to that, the skill bonus to that roll. So, for example, if you're doing math, you're going to roll an intelligence bonus. If you are doing transmutation, you can do Arcana. If you are doing medicine, make a medicine check. If you're doing fanfic, make a performance check.
I'm sorry. You're asking me to roll for. Can I bargain with you on that intelligence?
You asked to go to math. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
you gotta live with your consequences.
Yeah,
No,
you're going to
I'm-
math after never literally having gone to a math class.
Listen, but I can. What if I can count like 1 Hell Knight plus 2 Hell Knights equals a lot of trouble, and I feel like based on that, I should maybe I don't know, like be able to roll in deception or maybe
Listen, what-
even personal performance.
I got a dumb thing. I got a dumb thing in mind. Don't you worry. I want you to roll that D100 plus your intelligence modifier feat. Don't you worry. I have some silly things to surprise
I'm pretty sure my intelligence modifier is negative. I genuinely believe that this man has no brain cell.
Oh well, it's okay. Roll it. We'll go from there. Aurora, what was your roll for fanfic club?
I got a 70.
70. Was that
Yep.
total?
Well, that
Okay.
was no, I got a 79. Because I rolled 70 on the dice, and then my brain went, okay, and then didn't add my performance.
Okay, so with performance, that was 79.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Cool. Noted. All right. Next
That
up.
means two things from Aki. One of two things.
What is it, Aki?
I have to ask, what am I adding? What's my bonus to add?
For enchantment,
Yes.
you can add Arcana or Occult.
I'll add the higher one because this makes no sense. Okay, 110.
Good.
Damn, son.
That's on brand.
Yeah, that's on brand.
Yeah.
Sarnai thick, and her brain also thick.
Brain be thicker.
Didn't even need a 10 class, motherfuckers. You know, put your down.
Thick then sticker, everything Chevy. Come on, little mama, let me rub up on your belly. Hey,
Exactly.
Let me rub up on your belly. Hey.
Makai, what's your medicine check?
We're doing. Hell yeah. That is a 97.
Damn.
97. I could do math.
Okay. Cool. Well, it's probably a safe bet that you might have passed me. Dusty, what's your give me the Arcana check for transmutation?
Cool. I just want to say that I built Aldwin on rerolling. I've even got the cleric domain of luck to reroll more. That being said, I didn't need to do it this time. I got an 85.
Nice. Let me get your. Oh, that's right. Okay. Cool. All right, now, Fee, you walk into math class. You see a bunch of terrified, confused nerds sitting there with like 4 glasses on their face, going, "But if the teacher isn't here, who is going to proctor this?" Suddenly, coming from the reality warp, like in the sky. There we go. The terror of reality coming from the sky. You see the final sprite, who's just like, "Hello, everyone. You're going to be doing math now. And if you fail, I'll take it personally."
Why are you so menacing? Why is this thing so unnecessarily
Excuse me?
menacing?
I feel like maybe I walked into the third circle of hell, and I would like to cash in my return ticket by being extra cute, and leave.
So sorry, you walked in here. You voluntarily assigned yourself to this final. And if you look at anything on the wall, you'll realize it's all just demonic mathematics and devil-worshipping sigils. Good luck, everyone.
Wait, why didn't we suspect this place earlier?
Because none of you went to math class.
Wait. Can I help?
I want people to know once more that I predicted this, and I feel like I should get a bonus for this. I said math was evil.
I'll tell you what, I have something in my head already. I have some
that.
surprises. I just need you to roll the D100.
Oh,
add
I
your
already
intelligence
did.
modifier.
I have
What's
a
the total?
question. Wait. I have a question. And this is me trying to bullshit something. Can I help because Hero's my boyfriend and I've totally dragged him to study sessions, whether he didn't like
Not
under
for
the guise
math.
of dates?
Not
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's you what? 1 Hell Knight plus 1 Hell Knight equals 2 Hell Knights in a
I'll
lot
tell
of
you
trouble,
what.
you know?
I'll tell you what. I'll give you this gamble, Aki, if you really want to help out. You get to sacrifice one of your hero points to give Fee a free hero point for this class, but that means you're gonna be losing one of your 3
Don't do
to
it.
pass
It's
your
okay.
classes. Now here, let's go with this. I have a surprise in my mind. If you just want to see what that is and roll and see how you've been blessed by the dice, we can also try that too. The choice, as always, is yours.
Take the risk. Get a little weird.
I'd want to take the risk.
Funky.
Okay.
They're a little
I keep my hero points whether you
Do
use
it.
them or
Just-
not.
For now.
Yeah, just keep them. It's fine. I also rolled a very low number. I rolled 57.
57. Okay.
I mean, it's not bad. Just
Sounds
I
like
mean,
a
it's definitely
pass.
below the pass, no?
yeah, it's significantly bad.
So the first round of finals is over. Everyone has their papers collected and brought into the greater consciousness of paper and grade correcting. You won't know your finals until you take all of them. that being said, let's go to the next class, shall we?
Oh my god.
Wait, can I try to cheat and go back?
No. So that being said, let's figure out who's going to what finals next. We have, for secondary curriculum, we have religion and summoning and alchemy and arcana zoology. Oh, and champions class.
Champion says, wait, we don't have necromancy anymore?
Well, that's primary. You'll get to that when you're done with your secondary.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then champions class for hero.
Okay, champions for hero and. Hi.
Well, I was gonna do Arcana, but now I want to go to Champions class with my boyfriend.
I will do medicine.
Okay, medicine with. Okay. And how about you, Sarnai?
1 second. I'm gonna use Arcana.
Or
That's hilarious.
are you going to be summoning?
Yeah.
I think that's what PJ was asking. Which
Yeah,
class
we
you
were
doing.
figuring out which
Oh,
ones we're
summoning.
going to.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, never mind. Well, I know what I rolled. This is the best part.
Oh, okay. So hold on to that. So summoning, you're
Okay.
definitely doing summoning. Awesome. Dusty, where are you going next?
Alchemy.
Alchemy. Heck yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's see how we do in these classes. Let's start off with champions class. Fee and Makai. You walk into champions class. You see Jensen Ordo and Quentin Zealous side by side, holding hands. Well, holding like a handhold. Jensen is still very stern, very serious, and Quentin is still very aloof and chewing an apple, but they're holding a hand. And Quentin says, or Jensen says, "All right, everyone, for your finals in this class. Normally we'd make you fight a demon or repel one's influence, but considering what's been going on campus the past couple of months, we think that they would do something else instead. So,
We're gonna stop the speech. Come on, just stop the speech. Come on. No? Oh.
How about you
stop
fight-
the rhythm? Go.
No. Everybody.
And then we all just rush them.
how about we all, I don't know, fight a dragon, and suddenly
I'm sorry, what now?
a dragon descends, and there's Quentin and Jensen just holding hands. I'm sorry, yeah, holding hands, going, well, killed already. And I need you both to roll a skill check or an attack roll to pass champions class.
All right.
Hey, Greta, have I ever told you how deadly afraid I am to get mauled by a dragon? I feel like now would be an accurate time to tell you that I'm deadly afraid of getting mauled by a dragon.
Greta with an actual crippling fear of dragons.
Cool. Just, something on my top 10 things of not to do in my lifetime is to die here.
God damn. Season 2 will just be filled with Naga cuddles for both of you.
We're just paralyzed the entire time of season 2.
I
It's called
reach out.
exposure therapy.
I reach out and I take your hand. Do you need me to protect you?
No, but it's nice that you ask.
Just say yes.
Sure, yes, sounds nice.
This is as good as I'm gonna get. And Greta runs forward and starts fucking up this dragon as I rolled a 99. Well, I rolled an 88 plus 11 from my attack.
All right, that's 99 total. Let me get your unknown bonus to you.
So we're rolling D100 and then what skill?
You're gonna be
skill?
rolling D100 and either an attack roll or forgot what I said the other thing was.
Skill check.
Skill check, yes. The skill check.
Can I do acrobatics for being nice and limber?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Nice.
Sweet. Come on, limber boy. What's happening with you?
Limber boy.
Limber boy.
Limber boy.
Ooh, okay. That goes a 980. That is a 96.
Okay.
Were
As
you looking
you-
at me or were you looking at the screen? You looked
Oh,
so stern. I was like, oh my
I was
God.
looking at my notes to see what your
Okay.
bonus was for champions class. As you are fighting the dragon, it's intense. It's terrifying. You can feel the heat of its fiery breath just baking your armor, and everyone's having this. It's like 30 kids versus the world's most violent pinata, and you don't know who's going to make it out of this fight alive. Honestly, the pinata is very violent, and eventually, as time passes, the dragon kind of like screams and then turns to mist, and then the two teachers look to you and go, "All right, leave. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. We'll give you totals at the end of the day."
I want you to know, because you said pinata, as Hero bashes his guitar into the dragon, he sings, "I want candy, dun, 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 I want candy." That's it. I wanted to bring that little flair into this class.
Meanwhile, it's just a series of babbling and unhinged screams coming from Greta.
Oh man!
And then the occasional, "No, I don't want to recite Dragon scriptures today." A lot of things are being worked through in this fight.
I feel
totally.
like the mashup is beautiful. I need somebody with music to remix it. I want candy. I don't want to die. I want candy.
I don't want to be a scalebound freak for the rest of my life.
All right, next up we have Dusty going to alchemy class. I believe there's a crafting check for this.
Yeah, Juicy crafting. I will say I did use one of my 3 hero points, which I'm really glad for, because I got 112. Sorry, 113.
Let's go.
I think that makes sense for alchemy.
Absolutely. Yeah, so she sits you down in class, everyone's there, and she's like, "Okay, everyone, so for today's class, the final class, what we're going to do, for the finals," excuse me, scatterbrain, "you're going to change the state of this element to 3 other states of being. Now, we've been over all of this already, so, go ahead, have fun, experiment, but I will be taking notes."
So, to do this, I think Alduin's being going to be very cheeky about this. They are going to make 3 different states of being. One is going to be a frozen ice cube. The next which is a solid. The next is going to be soup, which is the liquid. And then the third is going to be bread, which is also a solid, but it's very puffy. So there's air elements in there.
You see Morinle looking over this, and she's like, "Oh, I like what you're doing with the chemical compounds of this. This is very interesting. Okay. And she starts scribbling notes. And at the end of class, all 3 states of being that everyone has made through chemistry and science just gets pulled up into this vortex in the sky to be graded later.
Huh. Okay.
Next up, Aki and summoning. What was your role?
I'm very curious to see if I can get higher than what I rolled, so I'm gonna use a hero point. And this is just because I have 3, and summoning I've been to several times, so I'm hoping that the behind the scenes bonuses will help me out here. But I'm very curious. Yeah, that's higher. I'll roll with Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
100
100.
total.
Let's go.
Love to see it.
We love this. Let's go.
Yeah,
One more
right?
time for the cry. Let's go.
Let's go.
I got 110 in one of them and then 100 in the other one, but the previous one I rolled was like a 73, and I was like, that's okay.
A+ though.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted a little bit higher, and then with the Arcana bonus, it's higher.
What great Saranai behavior for you, Aki.
Yeah, I was gonna say truly tapping into that
Overachiever.
character. Exactly.
That
Oh,
method
yeah, just-
acting though.
Speaking
Just
of,
absolutely living it, you know?
that's right. Speaking of academic excellence, Aurora, you're in medicine class. First of all, I'm so sorry.
Oh, wait.
Aki, and
I
summoning.
think I remember what this final is. And
Yeah, I think I remember it too. Aki, so you go to class, and your teacher Remy Mordio basically casts all of you into this horrible abyss of darkness, where all you hear is this terrifying shrill giggle, and Remy Mordio just says, "All right, use your summon in your contract to get out of this darkness. If you can, then you pass. If not, your funeral." So how does Sarnai, with that flawless 100, break out of this pocket dimension of death?
I think
With the power of love, babe.
love doesn't exist here. I think so. We're in a pocket of darkness and doom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Sarna is gonna chill in here actually, and just be like, "Wow, this is so relaxing." It reminds me of one of my 2 or 3 homes, and that means I must break it. So, just a huge beam of light through, of course, powered by Naga, and I know we were gonna save this for season 2, but wouldn't it be hilarious if I just made the darkness into a dog as my second familiar?
You absolutely could if you wanted to. That's one hell of a way to pass summoning class.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah, I think I just turned the demon darkness dimension doom into a tiny dog.
Yeah. So you pop out of this dimension with Naga and this new shadow dog, and Mordio's looking at that and is like, interesting. And now we cut over to Aurora in medicine class. Now, what was your role for medicine class?
69.
Nice. Nice in the chat.
Nice in the chat. Yeah. Okay. So, I want you to tell me what you do for the finals. I think you know what it is. I want you to take.
I had to save someone's life.
Yep.
I imagine she's enough experience. Like, and are we working together as a group, or are we just doing this on our
own? Everyone has their own individual. How to put the word? I don't want to say victim. Test subject for the final. There's like yeah. So you have your own individual person.
Well, she's had a lot of experience patching people up. And very much diagnosing what is wrong with a person very quickly. Usually it's the giant gash leaking blood.
It tends to be.
So it's just gonna be like, is there a giant gash leaking blood? Yes. Okay, we're gonna start with that. And stop the bleeding, stitch it up, make sure it's all clean and everything.
Yeah.
All while making sure that Pebble doesn't open up any more gashes of blood.
Pebbles, he doesn't want to open up any more gashes of blood, but he does look to you and goes, Mom, jeez, listen, sabotage. You gotta be number 1. Look at that person over there. You could just like bump into them right now, and that person would be dead, and they would fail. That means more victory for you.
I might fail if I get distracted.
Do it.
I don't do it.
Bump him.
Could Pebble technically take the test for Aurora if Aurora fails? Like, if your rolls are really bad, could Pebble?
No, if I would
Trust Pebble to do that?
Trust Pebble to save someone's life.
I mean,
sure, take it.
Yeah, if this was a test to end someone's life, yes.
But I mean, maybe the person's in just too much pain, and the only way.
It's not murder when it's peace and mercy. All right, now next up. So next up is I think this is the last leg of secondary curriculum finals. We have Arcana Zoology, Religion. Yeah, and then after that, it's all primary.
Mandatory combat and necromancy.
Yeah, mandatory and fighting instruction, divination, and necromancy. So it's Religion and Arcana Zoology. Who is in Religion class? That is
Me.
Dusty. All right,
and Fee.
Fee, you want to do it? All right. So I'm going to tell you right now, Fee, the bonus for this that you're going to get for your study is going to be laughably low. But if you don't want to take it, that credit can go as a floating credit to another roll.
Question.
Yes,
No.
Dusty.
Oh,
Knowing that we had religion class together, could Aldwin have made, like maybe this morning or last night, an impossible cake the shape of a cross? So that when they eat it, they get better religion, or at least they pretend to get better religion.
It's just a fun
It's like a
necklace.
placebo. It's like the placebo effect for religion.
Well, I'll tell you what. Some of you do have floating credits. So, Fee, if you want to, you can eat that cake and then get double your floating credits for religion class. But then you'll be all out of those floating credits.
No, I think it's on brand for him to just do the class and maybe fail. We'll see. I also want to see if the argument that if he worships himself and sees himself as a god works in religion class, because that is something that he would say.
Okay.
Jensen Ordo may find that blessed.
Yeah, he
never
might
know.
find that blessed.
He's like, yeah, no, that's blessed. Just don't make a cult about it.
Yeah,
Or some demons.
you know,
Anyway,
would- never.
so Dusty, give me that religion check, and Fee, give me that religion check.
Do I get a bonus for worshiping myself?
I got the number here. Don't you worry about it.
Okay,
All I need is just the
okay,
roll
okay.
from you and the bonuses.
What was the bonus for
Yeah.
religion again? I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I think it's its own skill. I think it's based on wisdom.
Wisdom? Okay.
Yeah, it is his own skill. So,
Got it.
I mean, I rolled. I got 100.
Oh,
the
shut
dice.
up.
I got 90 total, and I have plus 10 to religion.
Nice.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Awful. You're awful.
No, I'm just getting lucky with Desna.
Yeah.
And you know what, Fee? I do got
Uh.
you. Because we're in the same room, I have stuff to help you.
You?
Yeah, actually.
All right, Fee. I want to know what's that D100 roll.
You don't want to know because it's really funny.
I want. Is it 69?
You know,
No.
it's 6-6.
It's 66.
I mean, that's still a success.
That's
still a pass.
that
That's
is
success.
a success.
That's a pass.
No, but it's
You're
6-6
passing
on
religion with a
June
D,
6th.
but you're passing.
Oh,
Oh, you're
God.
right. Holy crap! It is
like,
6-6.
It's like the devil number, but like with an extra 6. I don't know. I thought it was funny.
Asmodeus.
Yeah.
6666.
Saw him last
So-
episode.
He did.
Yeah.
Old Azimodi.
I mean,
That's
Asmodeus
right.
technically is the
Daddy?
No, it's the sin of lusts. And given that Hero is a
I said what
fuckboy,
I
I
said.
feel like I was blessed. I was meant to be breeding bitches.
All
My
right.
God.
So you all go to religion class, and you see Quentin Zelos again, just feet on the table, like eating an apple and kind of tossing it in the air and catching it. And like Jensen kind of pokes his head and he goes, "Hey, honey, are we still having that tea tonight?" We're having tea. Yeah. Tell him I'll be there. Cool. We're gonna go to the Orange Sonata
Cool.
afterwards. We're gonna have a great little date. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
lovely. You should say hi for Gwendol for us.
Oh, we will. We love that little boy. Absolutely.
Gwendol's
We're
great.
adopting him, actually. You
Alvin-
should know that.
Aurora has to
Yes.
write a fan fiction about this. We need to tell her. I need
Oh,
to
don't
read
worry,
how
don't
this
worry.
goes.
Aldwin's taking notes.
Truly blessed in this class.
Yes. You get it, Hero. Bless. Yeah.
I do get it. Yes,
Right.
you know, sometimes when you are on your knees enough, you truly see God. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When you're looking up. Yeah,
You called?
totally. Anyway,
Yeah.
so for your final,
You pray a lot.
you're going to just discuss about all the religions you know of and the cults and how they function, and do a big presentation about that. So I want you to role play, going to the front of the class and doing a presentation about a cult or religion.
So I think capitalism is a cult, and I will tell you why.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
In this TED Talk, I will.
I want to explain to you guys why socks and sandals is a cult and why we should definitely not have this anymore. Let's go. No, I think
Everyone's
with
dead.
with
Oh
all
no, my
with
camera.
Oh no! I was wondering what happened. Oh
The
no!
joke was so funny. Aubrey's camera was just like, I can't.
My camera.
So
No, I think Hero will give a presentation about why people should worship him and why he should be a ghost.
I live.
she's back. So,
Yay!
so you do this, and
I missed
Jensen's
you.
just kind of like, not Jensen, sorry, Quintus is just kind of like nodding, going, oh, okay. You got doctrine, yeah. You're not on duty anymore, Quintus. It's okay if someone makes a cult. It's okay. All right, bless. Please sit down. Dusty, you're up. What does Alduin do?
Alden's gonna go up and just like, well, again, a lot of my religious knowledge is just kind of through osmosis. Speaking of, fun fact, I met Asmodeus last night.
I'm sorry, you what now?
Yeah, you see Quintus just kind of going, that's not bless. What?
Alden just kind of just like, yeah, just. Anyway, Desmond's great. You know, butterflies, luck. Yeah, I really like luck, and like, you know, I hear other people say it. I really think because I follow Desna, I get lucky all the time.
Full credit. Yeah, go ahead, have a seat.
Gracias.
All right, I can dig it.
All right. So that was religion class.
Wait, Hero wants to ask his teacher if he wants to be part of his cult after class.
He has this
That's how you
weird
get smote.
switch, and he just goes, No. I thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. I'm not vibing with your ways. You know what I mean? But it's all good.
Oh, but we could have been bros, like we said in the beginning of the semester we would be.
Then let's just be bros. You want a bro? Let's bro.
I would love to be your bro. Thanks, man.
Great. Well, I'll see you after my date night with T and Jensen at the Orange Nada. Bye, everyone. And he just kind of like pieces out. Now, okay. Arcana Zoology.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aurora and Britta.
Well, I'm spending a hero point on that. Better. And we had nature to this.
Yes, nature, definitely.
Okay.
Nature. Could I do? They're the same roll. I'm not even gonna try and lawyer this. They're both plus 11.
Yeah. So that is a 83.
Nice. There it is. Cool.
So I got a 25 on the die.
Mhm.
So
Hero
I
point?
used it. Yeah, I used the hero point, and it landed 87 plus 98.
98. Okay.
That's mine.
Okay. So you go to Arcana Zoology, and for the final, you have to try to break and tame, respectfully, Psycho the party goat. They open up his mouth and they fill him with like energy drinks and shake him up, and they release him, and they go, and you see Woodward going, good luck. Last time he had that stuff in there, he literally grew wings and flew. It took us 3 weeks to find him. He was in Talador headbutting trees. Good luck. So how do you try to use your skills to get Psycho the Fey party goat?
Let's see. How would Gritta go about goat catching?
I mean, I feel like Aurora has developed enough of a rapport with Psycho the party goat at this point of feeding him every few days. I still have summon instrument prepared.
Awesome.
And I'm gonna pull that out and summon a. I think Aurora's probably trained in something like violin, and so just pull out that and start playing music and hoping that he comes toward me, and I will settle him down hopefully with a the power of music.
Have Pebbles sing.
So as you play the music, you see Psycho kind of stop and look to you. Their eyes, you know, like the Hypnotoad from Futurama.
Mhm.
Their goat eyes is doing that kind of like wobble. Yeah, it's doing that wobble, and you see its little goat horn starting to kind of like cone out like speakers, and it's literally eating your music. And then its mouth opens up and it starts creating like a dubstep remix of what you're playing.
Mhm.
And it just does this cycle of eating and regurgitating music until it gets close enough. And then just starts kind of nuzzling against you, kind of stomps in place, and then like lays down. Meh. Greta, how do you get Psycho the party goat?
Are these all like different tests, or is this everything the same?
No, it's the same thing. You have to get the goat after someone else gets it. They shake him up with Red Bull. They send him back out.
Repeated. Okay, cool. I imagine I always describe Greta going to Arcana Zoology as mostly her going there to study for other classes, because she does already know a bit about just surviving in nature. So she's usually just there camping. So I imagine she just like spends a couple of minutes looking for Psycho and is like, man, you know
Just
what?
follow the dubstep.
Fuck this. And goes to like her secret campground she keeps there and like just walks in, and Psycho's just munching on her supplies. She's like, this works.
That's tracks. All right.
It seems bad, right?
So
Oh no, the mushrooms.
Oh no! Oh no! Those mushrooms from like episode 3 or 4. Oh yikes! Now we get to the primary curriculum: necromancy, divination, and mandatory fighting instruction. Which one do all of you want to take at the same time?
Necromancy, maybe.
Well, I think mandatory combat, just so we can get that out of the way so we can enjoy our necromancy class.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm most likely to fail.
Get healed up from what happens at this one.
I mean, you have 3 hero points.
I have 2 hero points. So,
I have 2
2 hero points. Boost them.
Yeah.
Unless that was 3 on top
like
of the
I
one
said,
we get it.
I've made a hero. I was thinking of hero's name. I've made Aldwin the reroll person, because I have 2 rerolls that I can use on other people besides me. And another one that's just me.
Spicy.
I didn't roll my lucky number. I'm gonna roll my lucky number really quick, EJ.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go right ahead. And that being said, these are the 3 choices you get to have for the fighting class: a roll to hit, an athletics, or acrobatics. So like maybe.
Thank you. I would like the spell attack.
I will do acrobatics.
Actually, should I nerf myself?
I'm like, to be fair, like
it's the finals.
my
Absolutely
2
not.
hits and my spell attack are pretty much the same. Especially if I'm using a dagger. So
My 2 hits better, so I'm gonna use that.
yeah.
My 2 hit is slightly
That
better.
was not me rolling. That was me flinging my dice across the fucking room again.
It's a 5.
This isn't fair.
It doesn't
so
matter.
bad.
It's only affecting you, Aki. Why do you feel bad?
Why do you feel bad?
Sarnay, you literally play Sarnay as the one that does study. You were here for
Yeah,
fucking
you're right.
college.
You're right. I shouldn't feel bad. But when you roll 100 on the die,
Nice.
Oh, so it happened to you too.
Yeah, look at that.
Okay, so
I did that. Okay, I just
Synergy.
did that like 2 rolls ago.
Yeah,
It's
so
fine.
112 for me.
112.
Let's go. Hey, I still got the
100.
highest roll. Still got the highest roll.
I am trying to decide if I should use a hero point or not. I got a 62 with
Oh,
my,
I straight up had to use a
bonus.
hero point. I got a 22.
and I'm like, I don't know how much bonus we have for the class. So I'm like,
That's a 62
It's-
total.
yeah, I got a 62 total, and I don't know how much we have for the class.
It's up to you. We've done this class like 3 times at least.
Yeah, this is our like
Even if it's +1 for each time we went.
This has got to be our, like, if not second most visited
There's
class.
always the worry that I spend the hero point and I roll lower.
This is true. Could I see that maybe Aurora is struggling and use my cleric domain to cast a bit of luck?
I was about to ask if I had any like floating bonuses from like other things. Because I'm okay with using them here because I'm you know.
I'm looking and I don't believe I see any floating credits.
I pretty much just went to my classes.
Yeah, you were very good about hitting all your classes on the head. I'll say this: you don't know how many bonus points you have. You might be able to have enough to clinch it. You rolled a total of 62, right?
Yeah.
Well, you only need a 65 to pass. Do you think you have a bonus of +3?
I do not know, but I don't want to risk rolling lower.
So, you want to take the 62 and see if you pass?
Yeah, I'm gonna just take the 62 and see if I pass.
Did I give her my credits?
Nope.
Repeat that.
Because you're not in her brain. Well, okay, everyone's in each other's brains, but not like this. Okay, so that being said, Makai, what was your roll?
Oh, I got 100. I got 0, 0, 0 to like just all zeros. That's 100, right?
Yeah.
And yes, I got 100.
And what was your bonus to hit? Or a bonus for
111. Sorry.
111.
Nice.
Awesome. Nice.
I thought it was 1 0 that was 100, or is that 10?
No, if it's 001, that's 1. If it's 000, it's 100.
Yeah.
At least that's how I've been raised.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm never
yeah.
exactly sure with percentile dice.
It's a little wonky. Next up, I want to know
It scores
what
a 0% on the test.
I want to know what Dusty's roll is.
So with my plus to roll, I got to 99.
Nice.
Okay, 99. That's very, very safe. You can't. I mean, you smoked 65 with that.
Mm-hmm.
There's your bonuses. Okay. Not bad. Now, Fee, I think you're the only one I haven't gotten numbers from yet. What was your roll?
It was a 102, my friend.
Nice.
Damn. Nicely done.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Damn, son.
Freaking done.
We keeping Aurora
Now-
safe, but Aurora got bonked by Joustor.
Telling me just always lead with like, oh my god, Hiro, just imagine that thing is a pinata, and he'll just be like, fuck yeah.
Well, in that case.
Oh. All
So-
they know is to get Hero.
Yes. So that being said, here is the final for mandatory fighting instruction. Welcome to Battle Royale.
Uh-oh.
They throw you into a gigantic arena with pitfalls and traps. The teachers are also there, fully armed and armored, and you just have to survive, King of the Hill style. And as you're seeing heroes get picked off left, right, there's actually a giant scoreboard, like a la My Hero Academia. And you're seeing like a timer just click down, and you're seeing like people you've never heard of. You're like, that guy even went to this school? What? Just getting like picked off left to right. Like this nameless NPC goon. Who the hell are they? And eventually, at the very, very end, it's all of you, and you're staring down the barrel like Jensen, Quintos, Pimpleback, like all the teachers. You're in this epic like standoff, and then as you run for each other, you're about to just throw down the epic fight of a life. The buzzer goes off. The test is over, and with that, you see Jensen, like full about to swing on with his mace, and goes, "All right, we'll tally your points. Let you know how you did afterwards. Have a nice day."
Sounds good.
I'm gonna just
Take
lay
care.
her on the floor.
During that, could Aldwin
I want-
like hydraulic push Pimpleback?
Oh yeah, Pimpleback absolutely is just like, are you ready for round 2, Scrub? I'm feeling froggy. Let's jump, boy.
I say hit you with like a jump strike and you just blast him out of the air.
I just got Inner Radiance Torrent, so.
Ooh. Oh. Delicious.
Very good.
I want Hiro to do also, so I want to see if he can, maybe if I have to roll, but I want him, because they were all charging, I want to see if he can like pretend that he didn't hear the buzzer in time and give one of the teachers like trip them or something, and just be like, whoops, sorry.
Sure. Do you have a teacher in particular you want to trip?
I think he will try to trip Quentin for not joining his cult. This is divine justice.
This is
For
a
not-
weird last minute character
For
turn.
for not worshiping me.
Just for giggles, give me an acrobatics check.
Thank you so much for indulging me, CJ.
And then it turns out Quentin has been the number one DDR champion in all of Galarian. And just the fancy footwork is ridiculous.
28.
28. So yeah, you're running and you drop down to one hand, you shoot the leg scissor takedown or whatever, you just shoot the leg maneuver, and then the buzzer happens and you're like, oh no, and then you overcommit, you grab him, and there's Quentin going blood just
With a
goes
Sonya
around.
blade.
Yeah. Yeah, you absolutely trip Quentin.
beautiful.
Jensen's kind of picks him up and kind of brushes him off and he just goes, this is why I always tell you to get behind me. I don't want you getting dirty. I don't want you getting hurt.
Oh my
Quentin's
God.
like, I just wanted to try. You make it look like it's so much fun.
Alden, write it down for Aurora. Write it down.
I'm here.
Aurora, I got notes for you.
Oh, yes.
The only thing I want Sarnai to do is look at all of this and then go, wow, happy Pride. Happy Pride, yes.
Pride and Galarian.
With the I got a Naga on
Galarian
one
Pride
side.
Fest.
Now I got a little. We're gonna go with like the shishi dogs, like the foo dogs, lion dogs. That's what we're gonna go with. But like
Love him.
shadowy, right, baby on
I
this
love
side. It's just
him.
like wow, happy Pride.
I love him. Oh my god, Sarna, I love him. Oh, he's so young.
You already have something with ears. I'm sorry. Am I nothing to you? And Hero storms away.
No. You're everything. You're everything. Don't worry. This one was. We will call it a happy accident. I say as I pick it up and I'll let Greta cuddle.
That's
And
what
just-
my sister calls me.
What my mom called me.
Happy accidents. Happy accidents.
Greta looks the most content she has in months.
Nice.
I have no name for it yet, so we will figure that out when we cross it.
It can be Hero Junior.
So that being said, next up, you have 2 more classes to take finals in. The end of the day is almost here. You got Divination and Necromancy. What's the class you're going to next for your finals?
Do we want? Yeah, I was gonna say, do we want to leave Necromancy for like the end, so that way it's like, wow, the exam is done, class is done, time to go to trial.
Mind if we walk you to the courthouse? Might as well. I got nothing else to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Lord.
We have our exam at the courthouse. It's just like, yeah, 1 second. 5 more minutes.
All right. So, what do you think? Everyone want to go Divination or prefer to do Necromancy?
No, let's do divination first. I like that, and
Yeah.
then having necromancy last.
All right. Well, you go to the private office of Tyrell, your divination professor. They hand each of you basically a crystal orb. And they say, with everything you know about kind of measuring time and space over a long period of time and everything else, I want you to put into this orb for everyone to see an event, past, present, or future, that means a lot to you. I want everyone to give me an Arcana check or an Occult check or a Religion check, any casting related skill check for this final. Go ahead and roll for Divination.
You said sorry. As soon as you said a memory that means a lot to me, I didn't hear anything else afterwards. What do we gotta roll?
Sure. Any spellcaster related skill check. So Arcana, Religion, Nature, Occult.
Okay, I'll just go Arcana again because Sarna's gonna need everything he's got for this. How dare you?
What is the test again? We just like look at memories.
Yeah, you're just putting a memory into the orb for everyone to see. You are measuring that time and space in that orb.
So this is the first time I got pegged.
I was thinking about this today. I need to make a tally, like a counter. So for the Q&A, we can say how many times you said certain words, but it's too late now.
A peg counter.
A peg counter,
time.
yes.
like.
Season 2. Season 2,
gonna-
we start counting these.
We're ready for
I'm gonna use a hero point because I just want y'all to know that I rolled a 1.
Oh, the
I'm
Aki
gonna use a hero
dice.
point.
Oh, you guys,
But
full,
just
full effect.
a 1. That's
I
funny.
got 108.
108.
I got
Shit, I think that's.
93.
Nice.
You're fucking with me.
Hold on 1 second.
What'd you get?
What you get?
100.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right.
Flat again. Yeah.
Let's go.
86 again.
Let's
From
go.
1
Plus
to
114,
100.
100
There we
again.
go.
Makai, what did you
That's a
say?
big. That's a big difference from 1.
Yeah. Makai, what'd you say you got again?
93. 82 plus 11.
Okay. Okay. Dusty, what'd you got?
I got another 99.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Now, Aki, what'd you get?
100.
100 total with all your
flat,
bonuses.
including my bonus. Yeah, that was
Perfect.
that was another 86. I've just been rolling majority of the time with Arcana, so it's kind of hilarious. But
Can't go wrong.
yeah, beats a 1.
Yeah, but by entirely, all of it, by all of the
Yeah.
numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
literally
99.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It's 1 times 100.
Next up, Fee. What was your divination roll?
It was a 74.
Nice.
Hey, not bad, not bad, not bad.
It's okay. Like the first time getting pegged is never like a beautiful memory. So like,
Yeah.
we couldn't go too far.
Who's that?
Who's the-
So,
so listen,
so we're not
babe,
going to talk
that's
about that in
not-
full detail. We're going to move on to the next
Not
orb.
my hair color.
So, how about this?
Babe, I have a
Let's go
confession.
around one by one.
I
and give me,
didn't know you 3 years ago. I'm sorry.
Let's go around. We'll do one sentence about what is in the orb, starting with. Well, I think we know what Fee's putting in theirs. So, Makai, what's in your orb?
I imagine it starts off as a memory of like Greta in like this weird, super long robe and this like weird dragon mask. And she has her eyes closed. She's like struggling not to like think about this part. And she just takes a deep breath. And the memory in the crystal ball starts to fog over and is replaced with Greta in Hero's arms, kissing him as fireworks go off in the fucking sky and a rock band plays in the background. Definitely not exactly how it happened, but
Yeah.
it's how she remembers it.
Tyrell is just kind of like, I see some creative licenses, but honestly, it looks superb. Thank you for sharing that memory with us. Next up, let's go with Dusty. What do you put in your orb?
I think for Aldwin's, it's very much because they're curious, wanted to try it. They're very much trying to pull up that image of the boat. They have only the vaguest images of the boat, so I think it's like mostly static and like almost like you could see it like in. It's like it's static. It's like an old TV. You see the boat, but it's just like all static, and you see just barely the image of it.
Yeah. As you start pulling this up, the static starts becoming a bit more clear. Like the top and the bottoms are still kind of harsh and the sound's a little warbled. But yeah, you're seeing on the boat Abuelo and your mom and your dad and you and this other person that you have no memory of, a young boy about your age, also a halfling. And you're playing together as a young child, if not like borderline toddler, and your parents are very happy and proud of the boat. Abuelo's looking very excited. And then in that last second, you see a bright light start to arise in view, and then the whole thing completely just ends.
I think Aldwin drops the orb.
Tyrell also watches this and he goes, "Oh my! I think we can all agree that orb needed to be destroyed anyway. It was
Yeah, it was heavy and gross. It smelled like cabbage.
I'm sorry. I'll clean it up. Don't worry. I'll be back.
Yeah, fine.
Yes. Don't worry. I'll make sure to clean up. Please go get yourself somebody's safety. I'll make sure to overlook the glass. And
Can we help you in any way, mate?
I'm good. I'm just gonna sit down. I'm good.
We love you. Just let us know if you need anything, okay?
so, bringing it home. No, we got two more. Aurora. I'm really curious. What is your memory that you put into the orb?
Aurora has this memory that she's not really sure where it came from or like what much to like it is, but it is of a woman singing her a lullaby when she was a baby.
Okay.
So that she sort of conjures that into the orb, and it's a lullaby that it still remembers. It's still stuck in her head, and occasionally she will sing it to Pebble or to someone else. She quite often be found humming it.
Yeah. As you see the memory, it's pretty clear, and then it starts kind of getting warbly, trembling, like ripples of water. And as the woman is singing this melody to you, you hear the sound of a door opening up, and you hear in the distance this faint, very familiar sound of a voice going, "What is that you bring before me? What is this?" And as that warbles out, the memory just almost turns off, like it's trying to protect you almost.
Mm-hmm.
And Tyrell just goes, "You begin to understand why I don't like to teach divination. It's sometimes can be quite painful. I'm very sorry, but that was exemplary work, Aurora."
I mean, it's maybe my only memory of my mom. Kind of. I don't know if it's painful or more of just wants to make me learn more or dig deeper. I don't know.
Well, we have all of time and space to understand it better. And if we don't know it now, we'll know it soon.
I mean,
Eventually.
certainly can't be worse than my father.
We'll
I
find
don't
out.
know.
I guess we'll have to find out then, wouldn't we?
If you can remember your father, there might be a reason you can't remember this.
I mean, certainly there seems to be something there, but you know.
You're right. I'm sure whatever it is, a great Aurora, the legendary Doyle herself, the tamer of the pebble, pretty sure she can handle it.
Well, next up, we have Sardai. I'm really curious to see what your memories are, too.
I'm stuck between something wholesome and something entirely not. Because unfortunately, important memories are either incredibly wholesome or incredibly dramatic, and there is no in between.
What do you think Greenwich
Sarnai
is last minute?
Yeah. So I don't know.
Also, I just want to say that heroes won't be being pegged for the first time.
Oh, won't be?
I have
Okay.
I have something else in mind. But that would have been
Who's
really
that?
funny.
That's not me. That's not Sarah. Who the fuck is that?
Who's that?
Babe, remember when I told you I was a virgin before I met you?
Yeah, that's what I.
Bitch. Only technically. Okay, so Sarnai, what's the memory you put into the orb?
Odds. It's traumatic. Evens. It's not.
Okay.
Odds. Okay, so it is the last time Sarnai actually saw his mother, biological mother, and father in the same room as each other, fist fighting, basically. Yes, just it's an all-out brawl, and it's really heavy, and it ends with a kidnapping. And Sarnai's like, oh shit. There's a voice hearing.
Yeah. Good old chillaxing divorce. Knuckle up, Buttercup. It's just time to figure out who gets what. So you are in the room. The weapons are drawn at first, and then they look at you. They put the weapons down, and they immediately square up to hands. And they are fighting. You know that fight from like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, where they are just beating the holy shit out of each other all over the house, breaking everything? It's like that. There's skill as much as there is violent severity. Like faces being broken in, like through mirrors. You see books like being put up against the throat and like smacked a few times. Like it is a horrible, horrible brawl. There's swearing, there's cursing, there's pulling of the horns into like a knee of the jaw, and eventually they kind of take the action. They break through a door into another room, and you just hear like this series of punches behind the door that slowly, rhythmically come to a stop. And you hear like just two voices panting. And then slowly the door opens. You see your father coming out, split lip, like just, bruised all over. Come, boy. We're leaving. And he just runs over, grabs you by the collar, and just pulls you out of the room. Jesus Christ.
You see tiny hands, by the way, to indicate how small Sarnai is. I will say the battle totally looks like an Elden Ring boss fight because Sarnai's mother is huge.
Nice.
And
Large.
And it like Sarnai's much taller than his father, but Sarnai's father is huge.
I would like Hero to sing "Mother Lover" from The Lonely Island featuring Justin Timberlake.
I'm sorry, when you said Elden Ring, I'm just imagining like your mother is like the grafted, and there's your dad just doing a bunch of like asinine rolls to constantly dodge her attacks. Just like
that's what it would be. I think she's huge. She has wings. She's got many horns.
Awaken ye tarnished.
Yeah, exactly.
You thought that. I immediately,
just like straight up.
I mean, his father soon too shall be maidenless.
Well,
my brain immediately went fucking main boss bitch versus let me date her. that's what. Just imagine Sarnai's dad with a loincloth, a pot in his head, a bundle of flowers.
I'm just saying, there's a whip art of her. For the cast to see in our room. So if you just go there, you see it. Eventually, I'll post it online. But there's whip art of her just so you can get an example. But yeah, just not a great time. And Sarnai's looking at the ball and then we'll very slowly look at the teacher and go, "Whoa!" So I tried to think of happy thoughts.
Yeah, Tirolel looks at that and he says, well, the truth isn't always wholesome or clean. Memories are not always happy. But, as is the case with memories and truth, all must be associated with divination. All must be observed and understood. So, this is still a smashing success, albeit a somber one.
Smashing indeed.
Oh, that's all a terrible choice of words. I'm very sorry. I'm.
No. This is me making a haha.
Trauma joke.
Yes, that's why
It's a trauma joke. Don't worry. It's fine.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Really damned in the knuckle on that one.
Domestic, something nice, and I'm going. We should stop. I will not partake in this foolishness ever again.
Yes. I think Hero wants to show us a memory that's not related to the
To my
pegging.
schling-schlong?
Mm-hmm.
To my dingle-dong schling-schlong? It's fine. You can say it.
I'd rather we not.
Yeah, same.
Yes, let's just continue. So what is the memory you wish to show us, Hero?
So this one will be, I guess, a little bit more into his background story. So it is a memory from his childhood, and you see small, like let's say about like 6-7-year-old little hero with like a really like bushy tail and like having like a kimono inspired robe on, and he's running down a very like more like opulent Japanese inspired hallway towards clearly a throne room, and he's so excited. He has like a little like paper, like a picture in his hand, and he's so very excited. And then he just hears from the throne room how his sister is being praised for like drawing a picture for the parents and how beautiful it looks and how it's like the best thing they ever seen. And he looks down very, very sadly at his picture and crumbles it up and leaves without ever like showing the picture to the family.
We're all so tragic.
So
Season 2 is just gonna be like, well, that's a
Therapy.
lot of stuff done.
Pretty much. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it goes from like him like being really, really excited. And he's like, oh my God, I'm going to show this to Otosan and Okasa. It will be great. And they will love it. And I drew them in there and we're like a happy family. And he's like so excited to go there. And then the second he tries to go into like the shining light of the throne room, he just hears like, oh my God, Akane, this is the best picture I've ever seen. Nobody could ever top it. Thank you so much. And he's like, oh, he crumbles it up.
give me a quick perception check. While we're doing that, divination class ends, the orbs are taken or the shards are taken, and your grades are going to be processed.
That was a 22.
2. Okay. Cool. I'll give you something later. That being said, now we're going to necromancy. You see a very distraught and a little distracted Marrow. They are in their robes now. And they say, hello, students. It's good to see you. Welcome to last day of necromancy. I am Mero. I think I'm going to make this really easy. They hand you this orb. Kind of like a weird, like fleshy sack of orb. And they say, I want you to open up yourselves to the necromancy and create a homunculus, a soul for this orb. Have fun. If you make abomination, you clearly fail. If you make a good thing, good for you. You pass.
Who in here has seen the historical event of Full Metal Alchemist?
Go on.
I'm gonna do a little dog girl. Please don't look at me. No, Hero will try to create a little mini him.
Okay, perfect. All right, everyone, give me those necromancy rolls. You can use occult. You can use religion. You can use arcana. You can use nature.
Also, Hero has a present for Professor Morrow that I want to give him after class.
Sure. Once we get all the rolls in, we can do that.
Wow. Trauma makes me stronger.
That's what they tell me anyway.
I got a 96.
One, right?
I have a 93.
96. 1 second. I'm going to start with a 96. Got to take down the notes. 96. Okay. Makai, what was yours?
It said this is our last class, right?
Mm-hmm. Last final.
Then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use my last hero point for that's just a 90 flat. Wait, no. Plus, you said we could use religion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 101.
Okay. All right, Dusty, what's yours?
I'm trying to decide. So I used the hero points because I got a 17. I used the hero point and I got 39.
39. Is that with your bonus to your skill?
I mean, that's a 50 with my bonus.
50 with the bonus. Okay, 1 second. 50 with the bonus. Now,
We have been to this
you
class.
do
so many
have,
times.
you do have floating credits. Would you like to put them into this, or do you want to try and re-roll?
I'll use Halfling Luck.
Yeah.
Halfling Luck, I have to take this roll though.
Okay.
I'm gonna need those floating credits.
Okay.
No.
I got a 25
Oh, we're on the dice.
total.
Oh no.
My
Okay.
God.
Jesus.
Okay. Oh no. Okay.
Maybe I'll get enough to get a D for Don't Worry.
Well, we'll see. Aki, what was your roll?
Remember when I said trauma makes me stronger?
Yep.
108. I have not gotten anything lower than 100 without you re-rolling so far. Yeah. This is great. This is hilarious. This is exactly how I wanted to play this motherfucker. Overachieving, fucking like, oh, this is great. This is so great. I'm living vicariously. Next season, burnout. It's gonna be amazing. Next season, I gotta fail, and that's
You're just the gifted and talented burnout. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Fee, what was that number?
93, I believe.
93. 93. Plus. Okay. So I want you to tell me how you're building this homunculus soul in this kind of fleshy bladder sack. Starting with Dusty.
I was about to say, not everyone at once.
Yeah. I think you're muted.
I am muted. Aldwin is attempting to. I'm trying to think. What would they do?
If you need time, I was about to say I can go.
Yeah, so
like
someone
this.
else go, because Aldwin's going to be very subpar, so I need to think of something subpar.
Okay, Hero will go first. He will put, because he thinks that creating homunculi is kind of like making the Powerpuff Girls, and you just like add a bunch of shit into it and then like form it and I don't know, spit on it. So he takes a little bit of his fur in it. He takes the pen that Sar and I gave him. He takes a guitar string from his guitar that Greta gave him, because those two are the most important people to him currently, and he shoves it into this flesh ball, and then he gives it a little kiss as a parent would their little child and strokes it, and then he steps back and very not expertly like fiddles around with his hands, and he's like, become something, anything. He just like stares at it.
You just see like it slowly starts to morph into you with the guitar. And it's like, anyway, here's last wall. And after all, you're my last wall.
He wipes a tear away. He's just like, oh my God, it's just like me.
Makai, what do you do?
Greta is just sort of holding this bag, and she's like, they're like, this, we didn't really like cover transmutation. We covered necromancy. I can't help but point out there's not a lot of I don't know how to do this. Also, why is my thing so hot all of a sudden? And then it just like catches on fire. And then okay, and they drop it, and they're just like freaking out because of the flames, and then the flames just whoosh, and from this little pile of ash comes this little phoenix.
Aw.
A little phoenix with that looks with little horns sticking out of its head and a little guitar strapped to its back.
Love that.
I want Hero to crouch down and just be like, oh my God, Greta, do you see you made a chicken? He just tries to poke it.
Next up, Aurora. What did you do with your homunculus ball?
She focuses on the magic and everything and starts thinking about the shape that she wants to sort of form this into. And I do think eventually it just becomes an owl. Nice. I think eventually it becomes an owl, and Pebble is probably going to be very jealous.
You just see like Pebble slowly turns to it. All of his feathers just kind of start to like he kind of like starts raising up, and he goes, "Mother, I have a champion to fight. Our battle will be legendary." I'm gonna break your knees.
I'm like, please take it away.
You think I have knees, little man?
So Al's like, and eventually the final sprite takes it, and you just see like Pebbles like staring, going like, "You dare deny me my ultimate legacy, little man? I will find you, and I will kill you. I will Liam Neeson the shit out of you."
Oh.
Yes, Pebble has a very certain set of skills.
That's what I'm
Yes.
picturing now. A very old, like disgruntled Irish man. He's Irish, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of love the idea. He's just like, "Hello, I'm your owl, Liam Neeson. I do a lot of movies, but now that I'm really old, I do all the action shit now. And what I have is a very specific set of skills. A neck that can go most of the way around. And a knife.
I fought Batman.
I'm the Riddler. I don't know what I am. I'm Ra's al Ghul. I'm a pirate, apparently. Aki, what do you do with your homunculus?
I think making these homunculus is very similar to Sarnai summoning in general, and so it feels quite like natural to him. However, because I've binge watched Owl House a lot, I just go abomination, rise, and out pops the homunculus. Who I think I don't want the homunculus to look like if Muck the Pokemon had legs. So instead, I would like if it were cuter, because apparently that's Sarnai's thing, making ugly things adorable. So I would like a large axolotl.
Okay.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Copernicus?
Like yes, like if Copernicus was the size of an alligator, a large axolotl.
I love
Big
that.
old Axie boy.
Just go nice. This is fun.
All
This was
right,
neat.
Dusty, time for you to bring in the very last final of the day. What do you think?
Aldwin is trying to focus, and theirs is like, okay, well, I guess I could try making something. And they are going to try to make like a coyote.
Coyote.
So you start to make the coyote, and you know when someone draws a picture and like, that's such a great dog, honey, and they're like, it's a giraffe. You're like, oh, great, it's going on the fridge. Like, definitely that. Like, it's a coyote, and Mero was like, I didn't know coyotes look like lions.
Oh, well, you know,
I don't know these.
I'll be honest. I've never seen a coyote.
He's okay. I've only seen pictures. I've never met coyote. I've never shook
So,
hands with coyote.
I think it's like, I put in my book. Oh, yeah, that's not coyote. It definitely says lion right there.
You know, it's A for
familiar with
effort, but it's A for effort. Unfortunately, we don't grade on effort, so
No,
Yeah,
it's valid. It's valid. I'm better at baking usually, so.
So that being said, the final sprite comes down. The final sprite takes all the homunculus and bring him into just right into the kind of vortex rip in the sky. Why don't we end the music now and go over everyone's final
Wait,
grade?
I have a hero had a present for Moro.
Oh, well, why don't you get the present tomorrow really fast?
Okay. Sorry. He like pulls out a little pouch, and in the pouch is a bone, not a specific bone of anything, like probably just like a bone from an animal, but he knows nothing about anatomy, and anatomy, and he gives the bone to Professor Marrow, and is just like, you know, if you ever lose your funny bone, I have an extra one for you.
You
Get it? Get it? Because you bones and you, yeah.
That is joke. Ah!
I
love
love these
these.
nightmares. Yeah, I love them
Nice.
too. Oh, yeah.
You actually want nightmares? I can cast that hex on you, give you horrible dreams.
No, you know, when I close my eyes, it's you I see as my sleep paralysis demon. We're good.
Do you know what I see when I close my eyes? Nothing. I
have
have
no
no eyelids.
eyes.
Yay! You get joke. All right. All right, students. I have to go get ready for the trial. So have fun with the grades. I'll see you then. And they just kind of like, get all their materials and leave the room to get ready for their trial. And then as you hear this like loud tallying sound, and then the sprite pops back up once again and gives everyone their final report card for the school year. So
do I get my homunculus back, or because I was really enjoying my time with Here and I?
Sorry. No, that homunculus is migrated property now. It'll be lost in the plane of all law and order.
Mini-me!
You've made a grave enemy here today. I hope you know
if you
that.
could send this one to space, it would make so much more. It would be just so easy for the crossover episode.
Okay, so here's everyone's final grades.
Oh God.
Necromancy. Wait, do you want to start with the primary curriculum or the secondary curriculum? How do you want to do it?
Primary, you already started, right?
Okay.
So we can just.
Okay. So
I'm so stressed about this.
let's go with mandatory fighting instruction. Fee, you got a score of 114.
Ew.
Aki, you got a score of 124. Dusty, you got a score of 108. Makai, you got a score of 125. And Aurora, you needed 65 to pass. You got 73. Everyone passes. So in order to pass everything, you had to get, I believe, 2 of your field credits. You basically just kicked the crap out of the field credits. You got all 2 of those. That's fine. But you have to make sure you pass 2/3 of both your primary and your secondary curriculum. If you fail 2 classes, and this includes clubs, in either of those categories, you don't graduate. So
I may have fucked up, guys. I may have fucked up.
Mandatory fighting instruction, good to go. Divination. Aubrey. 121. Makai. 110.
Take it.
Dusty. 109. Aki. 116. And Fee. Again, 65 to pass. Total 88.
Dang.
Let's go.
I should have gone with a pegging memory. That would have left more of an impression. I should have done it.
Necromancy time. Time for the necromancy scores. Aubrey, you got 109.
Yes.
Makai, 115. Fee, 108. Aki, 123. Now again, the number to pass is 65. Dusty, you got a total of 39.
Yeah.
You failed necromancy. And the irony, and here's the thing, the irony is if you didn't use your halfling luck, you would have gotten a 62. Which means you still would have failed by 3.
Yeah. Ooh. At least this one's more comfortable. At least like all the one is like content. Like, oh yeah, no, I failed.
Yeah.
That one wouldn't kick himself, but it's fine. He still got 2 out of 3.
Yeah. 2 out of 3. Primary curriculum knocked out. Everyone has passed primary curriculum. Now, secondary curriculum.
Oh
Let's
no.
see here. Religion. Dusty. 109. Fee. The number to beat for religion class was 65. You show up and invented your own cult. You got a 66. You passed by 1 point.
Yikes.
Let's go.
Yes. I am
Yikes.
so valid in worshiping myself, guys. Fuck yeah.
Oh god. Fanfic. Aurora. Your presentation got an 89. You passed fanfic. Champion class. Fee. 109. Makai. 113. You passed champions class. Let's see here. Medicine. Yeah, I haven't gone there yet. Makai, 111.
111.
Aubrey, 79 out of 65. You pass. Summoning, Aki, 112. You smoked it. Enchantment, also, Aki, 119. Crushed it. Alchemy, Dusty, 123.
Nice.
You have now proven that bread is a whole new different state of matter, my friend.
Part of his thesis.
Yep. And now transmutation, Dusty, 94. You passed
Nice.
transmutation. You went to one class and you got 94.
I went to 0 classes. I
Oh my
went to
God,
the
that's right.
final.
Showed up like I've just been studying at home. Yeah, I figured I could learn
know
from the
what I'm
book.
doing.
Yeah, 100%.
How was
Our-
combat my highest? Combat.
That's on
Bruh.
brand.
Rolled really well.
I mean, you did
Yeah.
accidentally kill a guy during
I
sparring.
did accidentally kill a guy. Yeah.
You
They-
killed the
they heard
same
about it.
guy. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
you're really
that-
good at killing
multiple
them.
times.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
They
deleted
heard
this
about it and we're
man.
like, oh, we got to give him a bonus. That's just
That's a combo right there.
right there.
Good combo.
Arcana Zoology, Makai, 112. Aubrey,
112.
95. Killed it. Now, math class.
Let's go.
Whose idea was this? Oh, right.
So, Fee, you show up to math class. You take the test. As you take the test, you see all of the math students around you dropping to their knees and wailing in sadness and sorrow and confusion. The final sprite looks to you, hands you your math credit, and goes, "I can't believe you. You needed a 65 to pass. And you just, like an idiot, stumbled in and got a 77 and you passed math class."
Let's go.
Yo, numbers are my B word. You just take-
Now, as you're looking at this, they flip the paper around and you see the sacred geometry sigil of the math teacher. This is not only like a mathematical formula, but this mathematical formula, if mastered, if conquered, can give you the mathematical powers that she had in combat. Now, this will take a lot of Hell Knight or mathematical study, but it's there. And as you're looking at this, you remember that memory of you running in to look at your picture and give it to people, and you hear them just praising Akane. "Oh, it's so pretty." In your childhood, you're like, "No, tear it up. She always wins. She's always better than me." And you walk away. And then you hear the sound of something kind of like something loud kind of being tipped over and landing down, like a big bang as something hits the ground.
Yeah.
But now you're an adult and you remember that bang sound. That was the sound of gunfire coming from the room that Akane was in.
Oh my god, my sister murdered my parents.
So,
Oh my god, you're Batman.
I always knew
Don't call your
Akane.
sister.
I always knew Akane was the Joker. Here we go.
Oh my
So-
God, hero, you lived in a society.
I did.
I live in
Going on.
society. So that
So not
being
blessed.
said, as you now have all officially passed
Oh.
all of your classes, or at least enough, everyone officially graduates to next year.
Orgy time.
And that
Let's
is where we're going to be
go!
taking our 5-minute break when we come back to trial of Professor Marrow and how the students are going to end their final days on campus before they have to leave for vacation. We'll come back in 5
With an
minutes and we'll
orgy.
see you then. No, not with it. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being so patient. And we are back from our 5-minute break. I had to drink lots of water. Anyway, we are going to be ending the last episode of season 1 with, of course, the trial of Professor Morrow, everyone's favorite skeleton. And then a few other things. We'll see where it goes. So let's cut to the trial with everyone passing their first school year. You find yourself in the same trial they had for Donema like 3 days ago at most. And the Archdean is back as the judge, and there's Marrow there with their notes and books and things, and you were also there. Do you wish to be sworn in as witnesses or help in any way? Yes. Okay.
Yep.
So with that, they swear you in, and they recognize, obviously, as students, there may be a potential bias, but they will still take your information to help, the trial. That being said, they asked Morrow to come up. To kind of like chest high metal barricade wraps around them. And the dean continues, or the archdean continues. So, Professor Morrow, pains me to say this, but I have to bring up these accusations after we just wrapped up the whole business with Cheliax and the Hell Knights. Now we have an international incident between you and Geb, your homeland. It needs to be said and stated on the record, regardless of this trial, Geb has still denied you your citizenship. They have removed your right to go back to Geb. If you go back there, you will be treated as a prisoner and a traitor, and I can only imagine that is not to your liking. So what we need to understand now, without a reasonable doubt, is what happened, your involvement in these events, which will then lead to the next conversation, which is your future as a professor, intramural or otherwise, at the Arcanumerium for the safety of the students as well as your own safety. Do the witnesses have any questions about this task presented to them, as well as Professor Morrow?
I don't think
No?
I do.
All right. You see Professor Morrow just kind of nods. I understand. Let's do this bad boy. Let's go. And Archdean continues. Okay, great. So what was brought to the Arcanumerium's attention was that during your trip to Geb that you petitioned us to do, and we approved, so it affects us as much as it affects you. During this field trip, an event took place and a local lord or regent was killed. And according to the nation of Geb, you took full responsibility. You said you killed him. Is this true? Marrow says, it is true. I did say I killed Lord Drakovich. Yes, I said these things. Okay. Is there anything else you wish to add, Professor Morrow? And Professor Morrow's kind of like fingers tapping on their skull, and they start to kind of consider the options, and they say, no, nothing else we wish to add about these. And then the Archdean just kind of looks up at everyone else. Is anything else that you would like to discuss? Yes, Aurora.
I just want to say that this Professor Marrow as a teacher has been incredibly enlightening, and I think there is a lot of room and more people should be taught about necromancy, and especially, in a way that makes it not so scary, that explains that it's just sort of the both sides of the same coin, the healing and the hurting and all of that, and that it's not always necessarily evil and used to raise the dead. And I learned a lot in this class, and I think he's a fantastic teacher, and I just want to say that you should definitely offer him this and all of that. And he protected us when we were in Geb, and bad things were going to happen, and he made a choice, and it may not have been the best choice, but he made a choice. And because he made that choice, we're all here, and we're all okay.
Give me a diplomacy check for that speech.
That would be a 24.
Ooh. Okay. You see the Archdean, her eyes kind of go up a few times. So you're saying he protected you in Geb? Protected you? Well, that is very important to know that he made sure you were safe, and therefore, by this admission, was doing their job, doing their job. There's still the question of why were you put in danger on this field trip? Hero, you don't have to answer that context, but you did have your hand raised. What did you have to add to the trial?
Oh, actually, you just said what I was thinking. I see we're thinking the same. So that's really good, because then I have, hope that this will turn out swimmingly for all of us and won't, end into a shit show like most things at the school. But what I wanted to say is that he did protect us. So he was technically doing his job as a very diligent and dutiful teacher, and was prioritizing the health of his students above the consequences of his actions, which I feel like is the duty of a teacher. However, that being said, he was protecting us from certain death and not dying due to circumstances out of all of our controls. So I feel like just because Karma decided to be a dick that day, he shouldn't really suffer, because it's already sad enough that he doesn't have one.
Give me a diplomacy check for that.
Cool.
And Marrow just goes, of course, I don't have genitals. I am skeleton.
I'm skeleton. You skeleton.
I don't have gender. I'm skeleton. This is silly point.
You're just like, I was trying to make a point on your behalf. Diplomacy. That is a 29.
Okay. So the Archdean kind of considers this for a bit, and she says, well, this is an adventuring academy, and danger and the threat of violence is always something that we try to prepare our students for. So, and you said you couldn't really control that, of course. All right. So if Professor Morrow did their best to protect you during a cultural exchange in their home city, no longer their home in Geb, it appears right now that they are safe so long as they never return to Geb, which means they no longer have a home. This does open up the other question. Again, within a reasonable doubt, we need to establish where they're going to be staying and what they're going to be doing. Yes, Greta.
Well, I feel like we've established the basics, there was a, for lack of a better term, situation that was right fucked, and Morrow got us out of it. But if we look at the bigger picture, Morrow stood against his home. Morrow chose us, a bunch of weird, barely appreciative freshmen that they barely knew, in trying to show us the beauty of their home. They had to stand directly and firmly against it. Now, I don't know what type of adventures you're trying to raise, but I think one of, if not the only correct choice, is for us to choose him.
So I might understand that you're saying that not only was their service in the field exemplary, but that with this example, we ought to take from it. I suppose my question is, what do we do now? Irrelevant to this trial, they can't go back to Geb. They will be destroyed on the spot. And necromancy goes against the charter of this university, which is why it was intramural. So it begs the question, what do we do?
And he could be like a faculty advisor. He was very good at giving advice to all of us and keeping us safe. A survival teacher, if you will.
They could. I mean, that is potentially. So it sounds like you're suggesting they could be a resident. Yes, Aldwin, you had your hand up.
Well, you say it's against the charter, but I think this year has shown that sometimes things need to change for the better. You know, a lot of stuff is changing at school. Some of it is great, some of it not. I may remind you, you may need to get a new math teacher. So it's against the charter. Maybe it's time to change the charter. I think Professor Mara has shown all of us how absolutely necessary necromancy is in the study of magic.
Yes, this is probably the last time that we will take a math teacher from an intramural program without double checking their service record. Sanai, you also had some thoughts on Maro's placement here.
Now, out of character. I would like this to be a plan B because I like the idea of changing the charter, of course, with my legal lore. How legal is necromancy in Shadow, Absalom? Because I have a very important mommy, and I haven't yet to use the mommy card. I've used the daddy card like 4 or 5 times in a row. So might as well end this season with a mommy card.
Sure. To my knowledge, I don't believe Shadow Absalom has any policing or taboo on necromancy. You can give me a legal lore for your case. You do know that it was frowned upon when the Arcana Miriam was put together, when it was instituted, because of the potential dangers of teaching necromancy to students without proper oversight. But yeah, you could absolutely make a legal lore to do that.
I'm gonna use my last hero point for this one because it was not looking good. And even though I said I don't want to be there when shit hits the fan, Sarnai is a good boy. That is me throwing my dice across the fucking room again. I lost it.
Have you considered not throwing your dice?
I have sweaty hands.
Get a napkin.
Sorry.
I don't know where it went, so I'm just gonna use my dice roller then.
Okay.
I think it went under my bed. Oh, you found it? My friend found it.
Thank you,
Yay,
friend.
friend.
Yes. Enjoy this cameo
Well, that doesn't
from
count. That doesn't count.
Tick.
The tick.
That's much better. That's I think that's a 21. I rolled very high. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not. Wait.
Oh, wait.
Wait. What the fuck? Oh, that's math. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm like very, very tired. 31.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
So here's what I want. I want Aldwin, Grita, and Hiro to roll basically a group diplomacy check. Now, while that's happening, so all of you roll a diplomacy check, raise your hand when I know you rolled it. While that's happening, Sarnai, you just activated a secret secondary series of social encounters for this trial. That being said, I saw Dustin raise their, I'm sorry, Dusty. I saw Dusty raise their hand. My bad. Everyone else have their rolls done?
Yes, but I have.
Yep. Right.
What were we adding to it again?
Diplomacy. Just normal diplomacy.
Diplomacy. Where is my diplomacy? It is a 22 for me.
22. Okay, 22. Dusty, what was yours?
With my +1, an 18.
Still very good. Makai, what was yours?
With my +11, a 30.
Nice.
And Fee, what was yours?
With my +13, that's a 24.
Nice.
Okay. So the four of you, yes, have been able to work together with your testimonies and your opinions to basically tell the Archdean things got to change. This skeleton person, they're clearly like, we can't leave them alone. We obviously can't let them go back to Geb, and we can't just kick them out. Like they have done so much good things for the school. That should be considered. And you see the dean considering that. And then you see Sarnai start to bring another idea into the Archdean's head. Here's what's happening for the rest of this social encounter. You need 2 successes on the social encounter spectrum to make this tip over into fully helpful to win. But you need 3 legal lores or any other check specifically to creating what I feel like you want is Professor Marrow as the full board necromancy teacher in the Arcana Miriam. So for that, I need 3 DC 30 checks. If I get 3 of those, 1, 2, 3, bing, bang, boom, and we get 2 more successful social checks, you will win Professor Marrow, full-time necromancy teacher with room and board.
That's
This
fair.
sounds like a gotcha game, like fucking Genshin, where we just have to roll and wish and just hope that it gets there.
Somebody's been reading Jujutsu Kaisen.
What you got? So with that, you see the Archdean
Question.
eyebrow kind of raise, and she says, okay, yes, I see where you're going with that. All right, so we're going to be piggybacking on this trial to now discuss the merits and possibilities of rewriting the charter with a potential institution bringing in a known regicidist and did not expatriate, but treasoner. I don't know what the word is. We need to discuss
Savior
this.
of the local student faculty.
An exemplary teacher as well. All noted. Gritta, I thought I saw you had your hand up. Do you have any questions for me or for me, the GM?
One of both. So I do have an argument as for why he should stay. That does sort of go hand in hand with the change the charter business.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to use the 30 I just got? Nah, never mind. It's already been rolled, but the argument Greta is going to put forth. Well, considering there's already a theory of evocation teacher, what if the title were to change to theory of necromancy or necromantic theory consultant, or not fully teaching necromancy, but sort of going into the meta aspects of necromancy and why it shouldn't just be weird dorks sort of summoning trolls and undead abominations in their basement.
All right. So just so I can understand this, you wanted to proposition, instead of taking on necromancy as curriculum, more of the theory and philosophy behind necromancy. Is this correct?
Close. Definitely yes to all of that, but I do think there is room in this school to fully teach necromancy eventually.
All right.
Maybe down the road, whether it take 5 years, whether it take 50. I mean, where's he gonna go? He's a skeleton. They're a skeleton.
All right. So I will proposition this. We do a 10-year trial period of philosophy and application and theory of necromancy. If Professor Morrow can teach these classes, and if we agree I think this is going, then after 10 years, we will renegotiate possible actual necromancy magics being taught at this academy. Is this correct?
I think that's a definitely good place to start. What do you, everyone else?
Yeah, I think that's great.
She takes a deep breath. I need a diplomacy check from you, Greta.
All right, Goldie, don't fail me. Okay, it's not terrible, but it's not a 30. It's a 16 plus 11, 27. That's math. 27.
Okay. I'm going to table that because that will still require some change of doctrine, but you are definitely giving me the impression that Professor Morrow is still a very valuable asset to this academy. Aldwin, I believe you were saying something.
That was me out of the character. Aldwin's not going to try to talk unless they could talk using cooking lore. They're not going to talk.
I mean, if you want to make a metaphor, I'll allow crafting as a metaphor for like legal lore.
Hang on. Hang on.
Everybody, this academy is like a cake. It's got layers. I'll definitely allow that.
You know what then? In this case, could I use maybe Arcana?
Sure. Let me. What's the brain thought there? What's the?
I want to give, or maybe even occultism, maybe an example of how necromancy has been helpful.
Solid. Down. Your choice between Arcana or occult, whatever you feel.
I think they're the same for me.
Okay.
They're the same. So maybe occult because that makes more sense.
Okay.
Oswald's gonna think, well, one of the first classes that Maro actually taught us is that necromancy is the control over life and death. And that also means using necromancy for, healing. And healing could take many, many forms. I'm sure that you remember the whole school was a riot the other day. And only for Maro's class, I was able to use necromancy to do, and like everyone's gonna like wave their hand and do like healing magic is gonna go through. Like they have actually no, they have harm. I mean, an example, healing. And like this, I'm sure is a very common, so it's healing. And I just cure wounds, all this stuff. That is necromancy. Without that, we couldn't have saved some of the students. We couldn't have saved each other. Necromancy has obviously a very bad rap, but how is it going to change that if we don't teach it?
Okay. Give me the roll, the +1.
Ooh. With that +1,
Yeah.
it is a 30.
Nice. That's one on the board. You see the Archdeacon going, okay. Yes, I mean we have a very well equipped medical facility and many powerful clerics that can also heal. But at the end of the day, you're right. The roots are in necromancy, and we can't forbid knowledge. So if we teach them one thing, we'll teach them all the things. But if we teach them proper application, philosophy, I'm getting ahead of myself. Mr. Aldwin, you make an amazing point. Thank you so much. You only have 2 more 30s to institute this class. I see Greta has their hand raised. Before we get to Greta, has anyone else one opportunity to speak that hasn't yet?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of. So, Maro has spoken a lot. Not you, Maro. Professor Maro or Maro has spoken a lot about vampires being lawyers, basically. Jumping in between, loopholing life and death. And so, if there is a way, I would like to use my legal lore to see if I can loophole something here.
Okay.
As like, for example, when adventurers go out and they stop a bad guy terrorizing a village, it's still murder, right? Usually you kill them, it's still murder. They're still murderers at the end of the day. They're just celebrated a little bit more in that village. In our case, Professor Morrow protected us students who were under his supervision. He did his job. So in Geb, it's still murder, it's regicide. But for us, they are a hero in our eyes. So I'm trying to use the logic of being an adventurer, being a professor in an adventurer academy, and loophole that. where it's like, this is how we can write it off, and therefore keeping Professor Morrow in Absalom should be allowed under Asylum.
Okay, give me a legal lore with a +1.
For the chat, does this mean if I roll my dice super hard, I'll hit Tick? Yes, Tick is right there. Tick is right there. I could chuck it like without looking, and the likelihood of me hitting Tick anywhere on their butt, they're taller than me. I will hit them.
Aren't most
I
people?
kind of want you to do it to see the bad luck will rub off.
Oh no. That's so good. Yay. I think that's a 30.
Okay.
If it's legal lore, right?
Yeah, legal lore with a +1.
Oh, with a +1, 31 then.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So you start bringing it up, and you see Archie and go, we do have a lot of combat classes here, and their knowledge of the undead would also translate extremely well to combat against the undead. And with that's information we couldn't get anywhere else except for good Lord, trying to contract a blood hunter. I hate blood hunters.
Sincerely, everybody in the just everybody.
Everyone like, no. So edgy. They're like a pizza cutter, all edge, no point.
I
All right,
cut myself
fine.
just thinking about them.
Well, shit, just come after me then. I'm just gonna hide this here. Yes.
So
No,
Archdean
it's
is
cute.
now considering Professor Marrow as not only a theory and philosophy of necromancy, and of course giving a baseline education on that, but having that knowledge be reinforced with someone who has a first life experience with the undead, which can also translate into other things, thereby growing value. Now, here's the thing. She is definitely still worried about presenting the first ever necromancy teacher, full-time necromancy teacher, to the board and the heads of that board, where most of them are probably old enough that they were, if not alive when they wrote the charter, they were in the break room waiting for it to get signed. Like, this is a big thing. So they need one more very solid argument to do this, and also one more social encounter to end the trial. Aurora, your hand's raised. What's up?
Aurora will start. She'll talk about like the just medicine and the need to, how the fact that the medicine, like using medicine itself, is not always. There are times where you need more than just medicine to heal somebody. With a lot of damage, or somebody's really, really hurt, you need something that's very, very quick. And I want to sort of use my knowledge of medicine to sort of, even if it's just like, hey, let's make Marrow the school nurse.
Oh, I love that. Okay,
Well,
okay.
Actually, if you think about it, who's gonna know more about bones?
Yes.
And
That was
if
going to
they're
be my
properly
argument.
in place,
Okay.
then Skeleton.
For our medicine students, he could
Skeleton.
offer endless
Yeah,
cadavers,
like,
which we could then raise to
and
fight in combat class. It's a
Yeah.
whole system.
Yeah, and then
Mhm.
also mention that the whole it would also be really great for like the medicine students to be able to look at a body and ask the body questions.
And they're just going like,
Why'd I do that?
This is the base of brachialis. This is the femur bone.
Oh
Okay.
my! Oh God! If you get to save a lot of money having a walking skeleton
For anatomy classes.
for
Okay, so
anatomy classes.
Aurora, I need to know
Mhm.
what is your bonus for medicine? I need to do some
I have a plus 13.
plus 13. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you this little gamble here. I'm giving you a +4
Okay.
to this roll. Here's the thing.
Mhm.
If you roll a 30 to a 31, you will get the check mark for the last thing to create this job. If you get a 33 to a 34,
Mhm.
Merrill will not be teaching necromancy, but will be the full-time medicine and nurse teacher, which you can see.
Overshot.
They're exactly overshot. Which is you gotta see like they're like this is nice but not wanted. But that's the thing. So make the medicine check. 30 to 31. You got it. 33 to 34. So 32 is kind of the wiggle room. 33 to 34. They're now like the school nurse and head of medicine with next to Alona. Is that a critical 20?
Yeah. That's
What does this
20
mean?
for that. That would be a 37.
37.
Oh no! Oh boy, we overshot it.
Oh my
Oops.
god.
So you overshot it, and the Archdean's like, I can bypass this entire problem and just hire them as the school nurse, anatomy expert. This makes everything so much easier. Yes, done and done. I'll get the paperwork written up. No necromancy, but we have a living, breathing. This is spot on. I love it. So now before we close it up, Fee, bring us home. Give us a nice either performance or diplomacy check to get the Archdean to officially declare Marrow the head of medicine and school nurse of the Arcanumarium. Because they're like, but do we really want them to live on campus? I mean, we can probably just like pay for them to have like a small apartment in Absalom and they have to walk to school. Or we could maybe give them like a really nice cushy office. I don't know if I want to spend that much money for the school nurse and the medical program.
So it will be a performance check.
Okay.
And he will roll a oh my god. That is a 24.
24. Okay. So what are you performing at this point in time?
Where did I go wrong? I lost a life somewhere in the middle. And so he's just singing the song about losing somebody and is trying to reach the cold soul and heart of this dean and trying through song to relate how much better a future at the school would be if they had somebody like Morrow who would, save their lives and their bones. And if that doesn't work, then he will sing Give Your Heart a Break from Demi Lovato.
So as you're crushing these songs, you see the Archdean looking at you, like wiping the tears from their eyes, truly just kind of loving this moment, and then kind of take a deep breath. You're right. Life is so fleeting and precious.
So
we need to keep everyone around us that protects us, keeps us safe. And
yes.
So
you always want to have just one more date to say goodbye.
Morrow's the new headmaster.
No. That's not on trial here. No.
I feel like that's what we voted for, is it not?
No. She reaches out. She gets some papers. She gets a stamp, and she just starts loading it up with the official stamp. It gets loud, like, bam, bam, bam.
Yes, the Morrow for President papers. The God King Morrow papers.
The God King Morrow. And with that, the Archdean hands over some papers to Marrow, and she says, if you can hand this off to logistics, we'll make sure we get you started right away as the new head of medicine and anatomy, and I'm sure all your powerful healing necromancy magics will be put to great use. And Marrow's just kind of going, I mean, that's not what I wanted, but I get room and board, I get job, I get good cushy this is hey, I'm not going to complain. This is nice.
We can try for necromancy in another season.
We'll let Rich that for next year. I tell you what, we can help you with the medicine. We'll help you get a lesson plan together. See what we can do.
On a side note, on a very funny side note, this this Archdean, Dean, whatever, reminds me of the principal in Alvin and the Chipmunks 2, who was super, super excited to have the Alvin and the Chipmunks in attending the school because she was a fan and she had tattoos of Alvin and the Chipmunks, who now canonically exist because I'm speaking in this voice. And therefore, it means it is canon.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yes.
3 tiny actual chipmunks
Druid
brought to
band.
life
Yes, the legendary druid bards, Alvin and his shipments.
Oh god, I love that. Like druid bard. Oh, that's amazing. Well, I know what I'm rolling up for the next campaign. Aki, really fast, give me a legal lore check because I just realized I used very specific wording, and that's canon, and I want you to roll that.
Laws give me headaches.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty.
So, I realized, and like I said, I'm sticking with this. This is canon now. That I said that Marrow would be the head of anatomy and healing and medicine, things like that. That doesn't mean that they are a teacher. The paperwork and everything else means Marrow's on the board. Marrow is now a board member who represents medicine, anatomy, and magical health. I realized I said that. I'm like, no, that's canon. Marrow's officially on the board of education now.
Yes.
He can make
think,
necromancy happen.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I will go up to, after reading this, I will go up to, or not even reading, after hearing this, I will go up to a little disappointed Marrow. I think I think they're a little disappointed. And I'll go up and just be like, this means that you're on the board of education, yes.
Wait, what? They start like they start going through all the paperwork and they go, holy bullshit. I'm a freaking board of education. And the artist goes, wait, what? You know what? No, I'm sticking by it. I'm sticking by it.
It was much easier, actually, yes. And that means crowd control that funding. Congratulations.
And
you
just
can do necromancy.
you just see them like I can believe this. I have room on the board, and I have very good pension. I have oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm going to buy so many wigs.
Wigs, yes. Actually, you could probably spin the wigs as something you need in order to do your work.
Expense.
Because
I could make it a writing off. Oh, you're so smart. Hold on.
You could write it off. Yes, you could write off a lot of things. Like, I don't know if you use polish for your bones, because I don't know if your bones like deteriorate or something, but that would count because it needs to be your upkeep, and if you use yourself to teach anatomy, it is the school's job to upkeep you.
And I don't really eat food, so this would at least be billable. Unlike this.
If anything, holy shit, you got dental.
You got healthcare and dental. I'm on board of medicine. What they're going to tell me? No, fuck you. I'm medicine. This is amazing.
Oh shit.
Fuck you. I'm medicine.
I think Morrow has the best plan because 100%. Of all of these loopholes.
Yes,
so many loopholes.
Everything is funded. They technically never have to spend a dime as long as they work here.
And the absolute irony of none of this would be possible if Aubrey didn't just absolutely crit stomp that check. It's like, well, I'm sorry, you're not going to be teaching necromancy. You're just going to be basically tenured professor on the board of education. Yeah, here's the key. Hope you're okay with that.
You know what? You are the new headmaster.
Nothing's stopping us from making a necromancy club, though. Actually, nothing is stopping us from making a necromancy club. We could still do it.
Yeah.
The RC goes, no. Let's let the bone person have at least one good semester on the board, and we can discuss necro. They just got a job. Let's not put these pressures out there.
Are you sure? I feel like that's a very good
thing.
Yeah,
we give him a semester. Give him a semester to settle in, and then
semester it'd be fine.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Let's have the semester. In the meantime, Professor Morrow, Headmaster Morrow, if you'd like to work with the students on coming up with a curriculum for the club, we can give it a trial period of 1 year, and then maybe renegotiate with you about making a full curriculum for necromancy. This is good. This is great. I'm happy. And then as Lord Dan's like, I'm happy bones. Back in. So with that, you all have created Headmaster Marrow. I honestly didn't expect that. That's really freaking cool. So now with that, you see the sun starting to kind of crest over. It's about mid-afternoon, maybe like 5 or 6 p.m. And you know that in a few hours, when the sun fades and the moon rises high and it's dark, the campus will close for the oncoming vacation. And you can see students already beginning to leave the school year having a mix of emotions, you know, in the yearbooks, like have a great summer, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's that kind of bittersweet, joyous end of the school year where the excitement of rest, vacation, adventure is high, but at the same time, it's surprisingly hard to just say goodbye to the experiences, the peoples, the education, the discipline, the structure, and the schedule that you've had for almost a year. You all have some time to run into a person before you have to leave the campus, before you go on your vacation, before the school year and season 1 is done. So let's take this time quickly. Let's start off with Aurora.
Yep.
You said there's 2 people that you wanted to talk to. Is there one you want to talk to first?
Probably Gwendol.
Gwendol?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll talk to Gwendol first.
So you meet him in the Orange Sonata, and he and the other boys are getting ready for the end of the year extravaganza. And there's a lot of extra pressure now because Jensen and Quintus are coming for a date, and they really want to make it magical for them. Gwendol is now at this point calling the shots, like telling the others like what to do to make it the most magical. And it's at this point that he sees you, and you see his ears just kind of perk up, and his golden retriever tail starts to wag, and he goes, "Hi, how's it going, friend? It's good to see you. Hi."
Hey.
Hi.
You thought I'd come by and, you know, say goodbye because you know, school year's ending and.
Oh yeah, it is. It's ending. Oh, and now I'm sad. No, because it's ending. It's always hard when things end.
We'll be back in a few months.
I'm happy now. In a few months, I can wait a few months. That'll be great.
You won't even notice it. It'll be before you know it. Well, I'm sad.
So what is your plan? Where are you going to go?
I am actually honestly a little unsure. I was going to talk to my academic advisor about that and to see if he had any ideas, because I can't go back to Taldor. And I mean, I will stay on campus if I have to and if they let me, but I don't really want to stay on campus. It's gonna be spooky. And I did like a lot of weird things have happened. I don't really want to stay here.
Plus, I've definitely stayed here before and worked at the Orange Sonata. It's like a ghost town. I don't like it. It gets weird. But I've decided I'm gonna go back with my mom and dad, and we're gonna go on a hunt. Like a 3-month hunt. It's like a camping and adventure.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Do you want to come? You're more than welcome to join if you want.
I might actually take you up on that.
Oh
Great.
no, stop.
And if you don't, that's okay, because I will still see you in a few months when the hunting is done.
Yeah, I mean, I just need to talk to Professor TRL about all this stuff, and you know, I'll let you know.
Okay. Until then, I hope your day is filled with magic. Goodbye, friend.
I hope your day is filled with magic too.
Oh, I hope so too.
And oh god, I wish I knew anything about the boyfriends and could give him a hint about how to make it very magical. I've interacted with them the least.
They are. They're not a very like. This is probably the first time anyone's actually seen them in public together at the same time. They're not a very public couple, but now they're like, let's kick back and have a spot of tea.
We survived the demon attack. Let's fucking chill for a bit.
Exactly. All right. So Gwendol gets ready and waves you goodbye. As you go to Tyrell's office, You can hear that he's having a conversation with someone. As you enter, you see him and oh gosh, the woman who gave you your tattoo during the dance, Eden. Oh gosh,
Einhard.
Eden Einhard. That's it.
Yeah,
Eden
Eden
Einhard. Why is
Einhard.
my brain forgetting?
Mhm.
But you see them kind of looking over these schematics, and she's like, "Yeah, no, it all makes sense, but I'm missing key components." And I figured since you got the, you could tell me what I needed, and I don't have to play the guessing game anymore. And Tirlo goes, I'm very sorry. I barely survived this year. Literally survived this year. I'm going on sabbatical for the 3 months. I really didn't want to use my magic. And she's like, no, hey, that's fine. That's cool. You know what? I'll tell you what. You give me whatever resources you want. I'm going to spend the next 3 months just in my shop downtown, like an hour away, just working on it. So I'll ship it to me. I'll pay for it. I'm good for it. I'll see you later. Charlie's like, okay, toodles. And as she leaves, she looks at you and she goes, hey, North Star, how's it going?
It's Aurora blushes just slightly. And just goes, it's going great. Everything's healing up good.
Great. Yeah, no, it still looks good in your fingers. Let me see how the ink looks. Flawless. All right. Well, I'm gonna go back. Was that what?
I mean, I couldn't help but overhear. What are you working on?
Oh, yeah. Hold on, let me show you. And she takes out these amazing dwarvish blueprints for a bunch of things, different advanced constructs. You see weapons, but you also see like this really cool like seeing glass with like a sextant and a whole bunch of other things in it. And she says, this is like if True Sight was a multi-planar spell. This lets you see past, present, future, multi-planes. It's, I want to give it to like some of the people in town so they can see if they're going to get attacked, if they go out, if a bandit's going to like try to hold them up. They can see like, is this going to go well if I ask this girl out? All that kind of stuff. It's very, very powerful. I'm probably going to go see a year to fix it, but if I can get some divination stuff from Mr. Pointy Ears over there, maybe I can figure it out.
Can I make a crafting check as I look at it and see if I... Because I got a 12 plus 12 crafting.
Yeah, go right ahead.
It's not great. I have a hero point. I'm going to spend this.
Do it.
I was like, it was like a 13. And I'm like, that would be like a 25, but I'm like, higher. That is higher.
Hell yeah.
And that will be a 30.
A 30?
Yep.
You start kind of beautiful mind. You see the pieces, you see how they fit, and you immediately go, I don't have the skill, but I can definitely, you start saying some things about it. And Eden hears you and she's like, oh my, by the freaking stone, you're brilliant. Hey, do you want to work on this together? Like, I know school's out and I got a shop and a full house. Like I said, like 30 minutes to an hour away, right in the heart of Absalom. Like I could even pay you an assistant rate. I just really could use a pair of hands, honestly. And you seem to know what you're talking about.
I mean, I guess I just picked up a lot from growing up around somebody who worked on a lot of things like this. And I've read a lot of books, and Aurora is the back of her mind being paid money. She's actually just like, actually, yeah, that actually sounds pretty good. I mean, I'll work on things like this. This is very fascinating, and I do like Absalom, so I wouldn't mind staying here for the summer. And she's not mentioning that she doesn't really have anywhere to go.
So Eden Einhard just kind of goes, all right, look, shop's got my name on it. I think I've seen you there once, twice, just around. So find me whenever. If you have any questions, just ask around for old Eden. People know where you're going.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah.
All right. And Tiralel is there and he's just kind of watching and he's just, hello.
Hello. I was gonna ask you about something that I think I've already gotten my answer to, but yeah, it was a good year. Thank you for all of your help. And is there anything you need from me? Like, especially, do I need to like come up with a thesis over the summer and present it when I get back.
Oh, yes, if you could come up with a thesis or curriculum, just come up with some sort of academia system, general ideology. And when you come back, we will go over it and rework it, and then we can start doing your student-teacher application. You'll be teaching next year.
Aurora just being like, oh, that's a lot, but yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll come up with something. Maybe I can get out to see the Starstone at some point, and I have a few ideas. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
Wonderful. I'll be staying here the whole vacation, so I'll be here whenever you need to. But please, I'm on sabbatical. Don't give me any documents until the next school year. I don't need that headache.
I will only bother you if it's absolutely necessary. I'll come up with something. And between working a job, I guess.
Toodles. Good day.
Yes.
So, okay. Next up, we have Dusty.
Boosty.
Hello. Yes, Aldwin wanted to go talk to Melee.
Okay. Melee is out in the quad, just kind of having a very surreal moment. You see him looking around, taking everything in, shaking his head gently back and forth with disbelief. And then his eyes kind of fall on you and goes, "Oh, hey. How's it going, Aldwin?"
Hey, how are you? Looks like you're having a moment.
Yeah, I really am, man. This place changed me a lot. And I don't want to go home. I don't want to stay here. I'm just kind of weighing my options, I guess, and just kind of basking in it.
Yeah. No, I get that. Just besides the very obvious reason, anything else why you wouldn't want to go home?
Well, I think a wise person once told me that you can't get better in the place that made you sick. I really do feel like I've made a lot of positive changes because of you guys and because y'all, and I don't want to go back there and risk losing all that. My mom and dad are very, very intense people. And I'm afraid if I'm with them for 3 months, I may lose some of the good that we've done.
Well, okay, I got two things for you. First of all, you're never gonna lose the good that you've done because that shit is inside you all the time. You just need like people to bring it out of you.
Yeah.
If you let your family just try to push it, just always remember it's not gone. And Alwyn's just gonna like punch him lightly in the chest and just like it's there. Okay.
He laughs. A very lighthearted chuckle. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go, man?
This brings me to my second thing. I mean, I'm going to be going back to my abuelo's place. That's where I've been staying, and they're not too far from here. I wanted to offer. Mi abuelo has a big place, lots of rooms. If you wanted to come hang out, or stay over for a bit. My abuelo makes just a killer soup. And, just in case you feel like, if you feel like you're losing something, you could come here.
Melee's kind of smiles. He's, you know what? Yeah, I think that sounds really good for me. I want to do that. And hey, I can work on some dance moves. Maybe we can learn some dancing together and just, all that good stuff.
Yeah, that'd be great. That way you get a head start for your class next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll go with you. I'll just hang around and wait for your abuelo to pick you up. I'll go with you.
Wonderful. Sounds great.
Awesome. All right.
just want to say melee was on my list too, but now I don't want melee on my list. Okay, I just want Sarnai to have been in the background. And I just went, oh my god,
Oh.
and just Jack Sparrow walk away. I've seen enough. Goodbye. Like that. If Sarnai were like old, like abuelo age, it would have been like, it would have been like the grandma from Mulan, like stay forever.
Absolutely. Well, let's see here. Going down my list, Makai.
Oh. So yeah, because I initially wanted to talk to Lanny, but I've talked to him a lot. He kind of knows the score. I don't want to say goodbye to my babies. But I also have trauma to deal with. So many options. That's the end of the episode. Fuck. What do I do? All right, yeah. Trauma's gonna have to wait. I am gonna go and find Sarnai.
Okay. So yeah,
Oh
come
god.
up with the time on the clock. You run into each other.
Hey, I know we haven't really gotten a lot of chance to talk about where you're headed, but what's the plan, big guy?
That's the funny part. I'm unsure of the plan. Originally, I wanted to spend more time here, specifically in Shadow Absalom, to visit my mother's. However, I think I'm going to be shipped back to Cheliax, and I'm going to have to go through a lot of trials this summer. So that is probably where I'm going. At least that's where I think I'm going. And you?
Don't know. I mean, I always had it in my mind that I'd probably go back out with my dad, but I don't think that's going to be happening. And mom's always a good fallback, but I kind of want more. I've made a lot of good friends here, and part of me is just afraid that if I let them go, they'll never come back. I know they will, especially the good ones. So I'm tempted to try something on my own for once, and now that's where I'm kind of stuck.
Well, I'd offer you to come with me, though it is dreadfully boring. It will probably be dreadfully boring up in Cheliax. It's at least right now. If I was going to be able to stick to the original plan, I would definitely take you to Shadow Absalom, though, that we have the most beautiful black beaches. It's the black waters on the black sand, but when the moon hits just right, you can see everything.
That sounds wonderful. Well, it sounds like this summer won't be good, but if you're still interested in doing all this in a couple of months, maybe next summer.
Yes, I think next summer might be much better.
So you haven't gotten tired of me yet?
I don't think I could get ever tired of you.
Say it again.
I could never get tired of you, Greta D. Stone Basin.
I thought you were gonna make me melt.
No. You're literally too hot for me to forget.
I was fishing for a light compliment, and this is why you are one of the best people I've ever met, Sarnai El Tishma. You are kind, you are generous, and you blow my mind every time I learn something new about you.
Oh, don't put me that high. I'm going to disappoint you.
You could never, even if you tried.
Oh, well, write to me. I'll write to you. I have no idea how I'm going to write to you, actually, if you're traveling. wherever you go. Well, you can just send me postcards, I guess. With us postcards in Galarian. Has to be.
Probably.
Yeah. We have too many weird things here for there not to be a postal card service. This is another weirder question, so I'm going to look up while I ask this. Where do we stand relationship-wise? Because this is I have no idea.
Well, I know we only really had the one date, but I kind of
It was a most unfortunate date.
but it was the best date I'd ever been on.
Good God, I've got to take you on a better date then.
No, just do that. Tell you what. I'll do it. Would you like to be my boyfriend?
Yes. Oh, that was a lot gayer. I might as well have done this, you know? Yes, I would be very, very honored to.
Okay. I built myself up. Didn't really prepare a reaction. And you see, like, their hair is starting to catch on fire in various spots.
Like I said, too hot. Okay, well, I'm going to ask this while looking up again. May I kiss you?
Please.
Okay, great. And I bend all the way down.
Sha-la-la-la-la-la, my oh my.
You know the girl's too shy.
see
You
those-
gotta
see those-
kiss the girl.
boy.
Wow,
You ever see those birds, those bird things where you tip them and they just go bonk, but they
Bonk,
like
yep.
drink the liquid and then they go back up and they go bonk again. That's basically that is the level of bonkness of bending over.
That's a full romance bonk. I love it.
Mhm.
Full bonk.
Delicious. We're here for it.
Yeah. So next up, as the scene is done, the kiss is wonderful. Greta and Sar and I have to part ways because now it's Aki's turn to talk to
shit.
you want to talk to him still?
To Remy, yeah.
Remy? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't need to role play what I would say to Melee though. I'd just be like, yes, you go. Get that short man. Do it. Green is your color. You know, just shit like that.
All right. Love it.
Yeah.
And Melee just looks confused and Bachelor goes, thanks. I'll rock the green.
They like cooking. Cook with them.
Okay. I'll make sure to do lots of cooking.
Cook with them.
So now you're going to talk to your summoning teacher, yes?
Yes.
You see them in the room as everything is done and settled, and it feels like you are standing in a mausoleum. Feels like you are standing in a room with ghosts. And this man wearing long black clothes and has just dreadful pale complexion just kind of slowly turns. Greetings, Sarnai. How can I help you?
Professor, I have been through a lot. We have been through a lot. This has been quite the semester. And so you must forgive me for my bluntness. But did you fuck my dad?
You fuck my dad, teacher?
You see he's like just kind of like his ears are like chewing the words, and he's like he hears it and he goes, no, I did not have carnal relations with your father.
I didn't ask about carnal relations.
Okay, good, because when you both met, you had the tension there was the best way to put it was there was 50 shades of a certain color, and I was concerned. I was very concerned.
Have a seat, Sarnai.
Yeah, yep. I go sit.
He points to the chair, like with a strong command. He reaches into his desk, pulls out a drawer, kind of falls around for something, finds it, closes it with the palm of his hand, walks up to you. Outstretch your hand. Now, give it to me, child.
Oh, hand.
Your hand.
Yep, take singular.
He puts his hand in yours. You feel something heavy, weighty, metallic, sharp, and he moves his hand back, takes 2 steps back. In your hand, you see the Hell Knight officer's badge of the same order as your father. And he says, I never fucked your father.
Ooh,
They
What?
had coitus.
they bumped the uglies.
But in the
Oh,
strictest
beautiful.
and most official of terms, we were partners.
Hmm.
They
We were tasked
touched
with hunting down
Schlingschlongs.
corrupt Hell Knights and putting them to trial.
They measured their rulers next to each other.
I am not going to go into more details until you talk to your father about this. I do not want to have another
Flashback.
incident in my school, my classroom. You talk to your father, and then next school year, we will go over this in more detail then. And
They
not before.
studied French kissing together.
Yes.
We didn't fuck, guys. Stop saying that.
We only lightly touched butts.
Fucking.
Okay, good. Amazing.
That's what they did in the tree. Sorry, I needed to finish that one.
Okay.
You cannot believe the amount of issues that have been plaguing me this whole fucking year. And this was one of them.
You've been this obsessed over whether or not your father and I had a sexual relationship?
I have a younger sister. I have no idea where she came from, but one day it was there. And I am thrilled. I am absolutely thrilled with my younger sister. Don't get me wrong. We are very close. We have a good relationship and everything. But she is half elven. and I'm sorry.
I am going to put away the conversation about how you believe 2 men can sire a child organically, but I will say that you have that badge,
Sausage.
and you will have my class, whether summoning or conjuring, next year.
They summoned her.
I was going to say she could have been a super summon, like I said.
Like
no
a
trace of her.
Scarlet Witch kind of situation.
When I tell you, no trace of her, and then one day, it was just hello, a 4-year-old, and I was like,
Hello,
oh, that's a whole 4-year-old.
it's me.
We look quite alike, you know.
He turns around, walks back to his desk, kind of sits down on it, and he says, I think handing him that badge and bringing up my name will probably open up a long conversation that you both desperately seem to need.
As well as potentially an anatomy lesson.
Is there anything else, Sarnai?
Literally, no, that was it.
You literally came to my office from the quad to ask if I fucked your dad.
I was, first and foremost, I was further from the quad. Much further from the quad. And then I came to ask. Yes. And I mean, I got all the other things, you know, on the list just backwards, all done. So you were at the top of the list, and then you became at the bottom of the list. And so yes, I had to ask you that because again, it's not like Daddy Dearest tells me things. Just suddenly he has friends or something, and I'm like, what kind of friends? I don't even know what the definition of friendship is, to be 100% honest. We get quite skewed.
I understand, Sana, you are dismissed from my office. Have a wonderful vacation. I will see you next year. All right.
Deuces. I'm out. I'm out.
Cool. As you walk away, you do see the room starts to get a little darker, almost like if the room was a candle, someone just gently blew it out. And as it starts to get darker, it fades to an absolute pocket of pitch black. And in that moment, the last thing you hear is a little kind of echoing and hanging in the air. And then you leave.
Motherfucker, where are you from, actually? Now, this is weird. I can ask these questions in season 2.
So with that, I believe you're going back to Cheliax. Yes or no?
I believe so. I believe I technically have to because of there's 3 trials going on where unfortunately I'm like primary witness.
Yeah, try not to start a whole war again between Absalom and Cheliax. Those don't go well.
Yeah, exactly. I think the only thing I would do is definitely let my mom know that I probably cannot see her this summer, which sucks ass considering I haven't been able to see her in many summers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we move to Fee.
Yeah, so Hiro will seek out the divination professor to ask about certain things.
So you go see the divination professor, who is just having like this lovely like bento box with chopsticks and tea, and he's just like, I seriously cannot. I'm going to write a novel. I'm so excited. Oh shit! Hi, Hiro. So good to see you.
So great to see you too. I love the sarcasm. Anyways, and Hiro kind of fidgets around, not really used to asking for favors or anything like it, but he paces back and forth and he like mumbles to himself, and he looks up to the divination professor and she's like, just give me a moment. Don't eat your sushi. Just give me a moment. And clearly he's dragging out the time of talking. So listen, so I know you said the future and the past and time is complicated. I honestly didn't really pay much attention. I think I can admit that now, given that I passed your class. But much of what you said made very little sense in my brain. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is, you are really good at knowing things, and you are not dumb. No, that's wrong. That's an insult. What I really want to know is, I've had this suspicion about it is, how does the future look? And he just like stares at the professor.
The professor looks to you over this wonderful lunch and he goes, do you mean like in general? Do you mean something specific? What are you looking for?
So if you by any chance, glimpsed into anybody's future, I mean, I'm super generic speaking, but if you just so happen, I mean, like kind of maybe potentially to look into my future, just, like kind of maybe and stuff. Did you see, good things for my people or bad things? Just the general vibe, but, totally generic question and super non-specific to me.
Give me a ring or something on your person. I'm going to use it as an anchor totem to project into your future.
Hero looks at him and he's just like, sounds sussy. But like he slowly takes off a matching necklace that he has with his sister and hands it over.
He grabs it, his fingers grip around it very tightly. And then eventually you see the white light shooting out of his eyes and mouth as he starts to see. And after a few seconds, it stops. He gently puts it down, looks to you, hands you the necklace. I'm going to preface this by saying everything is up to the choices that we all make.
Totally, you're right.
That
But
being
also,
yes. So at some point in your life, you will get to a crossroad where the truth will cause you to make a harsh divide. I cannot say good or bad until you make that choice. Because honestly, it's all relative. Yeah. So let's start your journey off. Go to the dockyards. Now is probably a good time. Go to the dockyards now, and there you go.
You're just like stares at me. She's like, that was so much more anticlimactic than I thought. Don't you want to do it again? Give me some fireworks, some epic wisdom. I don't know, sensei.
Prestidigitation in big words, like a gigantic, like 4th of July sale, and he just says, "Go to the dockyards." Is that what you want?
Yes, actually, that was fantastic. That was incredible. Thank you so much. That I really feel like the hero of my own story. Like I'm actually the protagonist in this weird magical universe that we're living in. This feels great. Thank you. And as Hero talks, he sneaks a bite from the bento, and he's just like, "Wow, that's so amazing." Anyways, dockyards, and like speeds out.
And then he gets back. He sits down. And he goes, "Wait, I'm one roll short. Damn it, you!" So
see that one coming.
So
they never saw it coming.
Here's the big bow that we're going to be putting on. You see the credits kind of start to scroll for season 1 of Wayward Arcadium. But as it does, it starts to fade back up. You can just barely see the scroll of all the people and all the hard work that they put into this production. But you do see
Forgotten cuttlefish. Forgotten cuttlefish.
Again and again. But you do see this. You see Melee and Alduin meeting Abuelo and getting ready to leave town. The 3 of them head down by the docks on their way. Say goodbye to everyone else. You see Sarnai getting on a very, very wonderful, very extravagant, also very dark battle cruiser to go off to Cheliax. You see Eden.
I'll fuck the trauma out of you when you're back.
You see,
I will send you letters. I will send you very extravagant letters. You can see my penmanship.
Oh, yes. All right. So
yes, personal fan fiction. I love it. Woo you with your dirty words.
Perfect. Give me a few minutes, and then we'll get to the final goodbyes. So you're walking by the docks. You see Starneye leaving home for Cheliax. You see Aurora and Eden excitedly talking about this thing they're going to be calling the Truest Sight device. You see getting on a boat to go to Last Wall, Lannis. You see Greta. And you see Hiro waving goodbye, as well as joining the boat. Lannis extends a hand to a friend and pulls them up. It's him and Greta, and he pulls a third up. And as the boat starts to leave, the face turns around and smiles jovially. And as it just vanishes off on the horizon, Alduin, you see the face of the young boy that you were friends with on the boat. In that memory with you and your parents before everything went crazy. And as this child turns, this grown young man turns, he looks to you with a very knowing look. Face sinks. And he looks and reaches out. And you see everything fade into TV static as the boat fades over the horizon. Now, night falls quickly in Absalom. Checking with anyone, no one saw the static. No one saw anything. Even Greta themselves on the boat. You just saw a very weird expression between Alduin and this person on the boat as you and Lannis go back to rebuild Last Wall. And as the moon rises high and everyone leaves, a new boat pulls up. A boat from the homeland of Hiro. Stepping off the boat, men draw knives and swords. Die, you bastard cur! Die! And as they start charging you, a hail of gunfire shreds them to Swiss cheese and they drop dead. Coming up behind them is Akane with 2 guns.
2 guns!
Smoking in the night air. And she looks to you with a smile and she goes, "Hey, little brother. I heard you passed math class. I honestly didn't believe you could. But let me ask you something. Do you want to know what our family does for a living? Come on, let's go home. I think Dad wants to have a talk with you about your future." And that is where we say goodbye, good night, and so long.
Oops.
For season 1 of Wayward Arcadium. And before we go, I've been talking to my producers, and we've just been loving this process so much, and you all here, that we are going to have season 2 of Wayward Arcadium. We're going to have some meetings. We're going to do some discussions. We're going to try and crunch out some stuff. But right now, season 2 of Wayward Arcadium is on the docket. Now, if that changes the time, we'll let you know. But everything else, the time, the date, we'll tell you as we know. So look forward to season 2, or what happens of season 2, Wayward Arcadium, in time. Until then, let us say goodnight and goodbyes and all the loves to everyone. Thank you so much for making season 1 of Wayward Arcadium insanely incredible. We still have the Q&A next week. So everything you want to ask, talk about, put it on the form. We will guarantee to get the form first, chat hopefully second. So if you really want to get your question out there, put it on the form. It's in the Discords. It's on social media. Let us say our goodbyes, starting with Dusty. Tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Yeah, I'm Dusty, flabbergasted. I use they, he pronouns. You can find me all online at Dusty Hill. Thank you everyone for joining for this fucking wild adventure.
Sincerely.
Fucking wild. Yeah, follow me at Dusty Hill. I'm on par with so many things. Bring your own Mac, Kanama Magiri, Goblets and Gays, all these things. Also, I write games, and I just released a game earlier today called Lesbian Werewolf Crime Fighters.
All right.
It is.
You have all of my interest.
You have hello.
It was hyperfixation. I wrote it in a weekend and formatted it and everything. I think it looks great. Check it out at dustyhill.hio. And that's me.
Hell yeah. Well, you know what? Before we finish this all up, I want to hear that kick-ass closing anthem, opening anthem one more time. Forgotten Colorflesh, can you hit me with our sweet theme? Oh, there it is. God damn it, slaps. Okay. So as we say our goodbyes and feel the feels, let's listen to our theme song, our battle cry. Let's have next up Makai. Makai, tell me who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
What's piggity poppin' gamers? It's they, them. Thank you so much for letting me onto your TV, your computer screens, and offering to peg my friends and flirt with my other friends, and listening to all of that bullshit for the past however many weeks we've been playing.
19.
For the past 19 weeks. Jesus Christmas. No, it's been amazing playing for you guys, and the energy you guys have brought to the chat has made Mondays the best day of the week for me. It's the first day of my weekend, so getting to start off with such good energy from you guys, doesn't matter how much I had to put up with, doesn't matter how much child vomit I had to clean up during the week, you guys make it all worth it. So thank you so much for letting me perform for you guys. If you guys want to see some of the things I'm doing in my off time, which isn't much, you can follow me at wannabe_VA on Twitter, on Instagram, on really anything that kind of matters. If I don't have anything to share with you, share something with me, and then we'll just talk about it and see where we can get with it together, because you guys are cool and you think I'm cool, so let's be cool together.
Well, next up, Aki. Aki, please tell us who you are, where we can find you on that sweet internet.
I've been Aki. I'm still Aki. Wow. You can find me all over the Twitterverse at Akinomi_art, where I do a lot of things. How many things? Too many things. I'm the co-producer of Goblets and Games and Anima Magiri and Well-Seasoned Stories. And then I'm also on a plethora of things. But one of the things that's coming out during our little break, you can catch me on Starlight Tales, where I will be playing in a 4-episode special series thing, playing D&D. Get to play my turn to be a nice, soft, weird girl. As I am a bard that will commune with the spirits of space. So, more info will drop eventually. But in order to find that info, you should follow me on Twitter.
Yeah. Well, next up, let's say goodbye to Fee. Fee, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello guys, my name is Fee or Fenneman. You can find me under Fenneman on Twitter, TikTok, that was the other app, and Instagram. I would love to see you there and talk to you guys. Thank you so much for accepting all the weirdness of Hiro especially, and for supporting us so wonderfully, and for being the reason why the stream is here and so much fun. And oh my god, we got renewed. Sorry, I'm like very excited. So thank you so much for sticking with us and for making Mondays magical. And I can't wait to see you guys apparently for the next season that seems to be even more epic than this one. Like, wow. I mean, Morrow is the dean, so like
I'm not dean. I'm head of medicine in anatomy.
Same but different, honey.
Well, next up, and certainly not last, with all the exclamation points that go with that, Aubrey. I hope we get to talk about this more on the Q&A, but Aubrey, thank you so much for basically being the reason this happened. So please tell me who you are and where we can find each other on that sweet, sweet internet. Well, find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hi, I'm Aubrey. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Mad Queen Cosplay. And yeah, as PJ said, we'll talk about it probably more in the future. I made a post to the Paizo Partner Discord, and then it led to this. And it's been wild. It's been very wild, and I'm excited to see where things go. And there's a lot. You can also find me as co-producer of Goblets Games, Anima Magiri, and you can find me over on Bring Your Own Mech. And tomorrow you find me over on the Lost Caravan playing some 5e. It's gonna be interesting. I haven't seriously played a lot of 5e in a while, so I'm gonna see if I remember how to do anything. And then later in the month I'll be running some fun things, and you can find me all over the place. Just check my Twitter. I've mentioned all of these things. And one thing did get announced. I don't know when it's gonna start airing, but I am part of Ballad of Seven Dice's next campaign, Carcosa Online. We've been recording it, and it's been a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to share it all with you.
Yeah, they were telling me all about it. Sounds so freaking cool. So go check it out when that comes out.
No.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for saying yes to this crazy idea, to an adventure college in the middle of Galarian. Everyone else has it. Now we have one. Fuck you, come at me. And that being said, my name is PJ McGaw. You can find me all over the internet at pj.mcgaw, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Confirm me, and let's have fun. When I'm not here with these amazing legends, putting the you and I in community. You can find me here Wednesdays, 8 to 11 p.m. for Edge of Legend, the show that started this whole channel and got us to doing this. So come check it out, see where that's going. This coming Friday, I'm going to be doing a Yeet for Initiative with Wes at Wes_IRL again. I think we're having the last episode this Friday. I don't know. But also a fun announcement. I've been low-key recording a podcast with Queen's Court Games. Recording a podcast with Queen's Court Games. So if you want to hear me play a member of a vampire game called the All Night Society, I believe the first episode of season 2, and I think my first episode, drops tomorrow.
I think it does,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm currently trying to binge season 1. I'm almost there.
I'm just gonna like put on season 2 and just like geek out, like it's my voice. So go check them out as well. Find them on Twitter. Go find them on Spotify, and you can check that out too. So without further ado, next week is the last week. We have the Q&A, So if you find that link in our Discords or on Twitter and you want to ask a question, especially after tonight, go right ahead. And again, the question form gets first dibs, and then we'll try to answer questions in the chat as the night goes by. Unfortunately, Aki will be AWOL. They are going to be having a kick-ass vacation and living their best goddamn life. So we will miss them, and hopefully maybe we can get them to answer some of the questions in the forum before we go live.
Ask me specific questions in the
I'll
forum,
answer for
please.
them. As always.
Yeah,
Yes.
if there's anything, just ask it in the forum, and we'll make sure it gets answered.
Absolutely.
Everybody, whoever answers for me has to answer in a vaguely British accent, though.
I'll
do
do
it.
it.
I'll
do
do
it.
it.
Do it.
Cheerio.
The faceless voice. Totally volunteer.
Yes, you should do it through Scoots, and Scoots is just like channeling your spirit.
Absolutely. And speaking of thank yous, I want to give a big thank you, big shout out to Forgotten Cuttlefish, who has been our TD for 99% of this entire season. And quite frankly, if it wasn't for them, we couldn't even do this. We couldn't get this out there. They're amazing. And thank you so much, Forgotten Cuttlefish. And even though I'll be missing seeing Aki's face next week, I'm excited for you all to meet Forgotten Cuttlefish, if they still want to be on camera. But if they do,
Oh, fuck yeah.
you heard it from their,
Yeah.
you heard it from their mouth. We're going to get a Forgotten Cuttlefish. Anyway, this has been amazing. I'm full of love. I'm about to get full of Taco Bell and beer. And I will talk to you all next week. It's time to raid. What should our raid call be?
I am medicine.
I am
I am
medicine.
medicine.
I am medicine.
I love it. Oh my god! You know what I just realized? Now that they are medicine, they're Bones from Star Trek. They're Dr. Bones from Star Trek. Oh my god!
That's
All
so
right.
beautiful. That's so beautiful.
We're gonna be rating Victor 7 TV. They're playing Dungeons and Dragons. If